Well, that's got the crowd fired up. Kapo Apango. It is my time. It is my moment. The passion ignites. Well, a fierce rendition of the haka to set the scene here, Justin. It's tense, the atmosphere, it's exciting, and it's an afternoon or late afternoon kickoff. What more could you want for?
I think the stage is perfectly set, and after what happened in Wellington, there's a bit of anxiety around, and what a spectacular moment this is, TJ.
A flyover by the Royal New Zealand Air Force. Hercules in a 727. Looking up into a brooding sky too. Weather could play a part, but it's fine at the moment. Australia top of the Rugby Championship. As we look at our referee, Andrea Piatti, the 33-year-old from Brescia in northern Italy, Matthew Carley of England, Morne Ferreira of South Africa, his assistants, TMO Marius Jonker from South Africa, and the foul play review official, Andrew Jackson of England. Mentioned the Rugby Championship, but that's probably the last thing on their minds. It's all about the Bledisloe Cup. That'll be the sole focus. And it's Beauden Barrett. Sets Bledisloe 1 alight at Eden Park, and Australia claim the kickoff. Tate McDermott, he's playing his 50th for Australia. Perhaps in the shadow of the James Slipper milestone, but notable all the same as he comes into the starting team. And he bangs his first one high. There'll be plenty of these this afternoon, and taken beautifully by Geordie Barrett. And so the All Blacks will get first use of the ball inside Australia territory. Roygaard, Barrett, they move it out into the middle. Cody Taylor is there. Now the switch back to the right. Beauden Barrett through the hands, but then a bit of a loose one going behind Jordan. Satiti is there to pick it up. Now, they'll have to get the ball out of there, but they can't. The referee just has a look at the flag. In fact, it's indicated a New Zealand throw to the line out.
It might have been ripped out, I think, by an Australian player as Satiti was getting bundled over the touchline. So an early start for them to launch, short line out.
The All Blacks, their first attempt to move the ball breaking down, but their first set piece works. They win the line out. Send Australia back a couple of metres, and now breaking away. Adi Savia gets the ball away to Roygaard, clattering into the tackle of Jorgensen, but the All Blacks are inside the 22. Savia again, referee playing advantage to New Zealand. Great opportunity for the All Blacks to make an opening statement. Barrett, the kick wide for Clark. Contested in the air.
No advantage, will come back.
Mopped up at the back by O'Connor, but they'll come back for the penalty. Artie Savia.
Nicely worked. Artie Savia was the man that was out from the short line out, so it was a six-man. Artie Savia came in late, and then that was enabling him to be the man at the back. He burst down the blind side, set Roygaard free, and what an intent as well early from the All Blacks, Jeff. They're kicking for touch, not interested in the three.
Yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't have been an easy kick at goal, but just watch this work here. They've done enough to commit players, and Artie Savia, as we know, so good in open space. Good to see that man, Roygaard, get a touch early in his running game. And here, just speculating across the park, looking for a one-on-one. We know how good Caleb Clark can be in that area.
But Taylor goes to the front, pulled down by Holland.
Stay.
Taylor has it in the back, and they start to move forward now. Driving in the side, McWhite did well, so they have to clear it, but another advantage being played here. In fact, he's got them for collapsing them all. Satiti bouncing out of the tackle of Wilson. Roygaard flings a high pass away to the right. Tupolvai
It's a tackle.
trying to step through the tackle of O'Connor. Now they line up. Taylor onto the group. Still under advantage here, the All Blacks.
Still advantage, 9 pull-ups.
Geordie Barrett moving it on. Space out left. Proctor, Clark, and Ronnie Clark sang the national anthem, and Caleb Clark scores the opening try.
Blistering start from the All Blacks. Good and effective with their ball carry, and then when they had the space and created an opportunity, the execution was perfect. Nice ball out the back, the shift off from Geordie. Will Jordan brings in the last defender. Caleb Clark was always on the outside of Jorgensen and gassed him to the try line. What a start for the All Blacks.
Yeah, used the speed of Jordan just to put enough doubt in Jorgensen's mind. He held just a moment too long, and it's that man, Caleb Clark, back in the All Black jersey. He scores early, the perfect start for the All Blacks.
Well, what a great moment that was. You saw the emotion on his face as his father sang the anthem. Now he scores the opening try. Coming back from that ankle injury, suffered in training in Wellington back in July. Now, Beauden Barrett, can he finish off this very good opening? Not quite. Bangs it away off the left-hand upright, but the All Blacks have the early lead after just 4 minutes. It's 5-0 at Eden Park.
Here's the finish, and Clark so good, so strong, and thankful for the opportunity.
Yeah, move.
So James O'Connor restarts from halfway. Taken down by Leroy Carter. Playing on the right wing after playing on the left against South Africa. Give it to Simon Parker.
Use it!
Now Roygaard will get it onto that left foot of his. Puts it high. Going to come down around the 10-metre mark. And, well, initially no one wanted it, but it's been snatched away by Corey Tools. So Australia get it back. And they can launch something now. McDermott. O'Connor calling for the players to fan out outside him.
Yeah, take on, mate. Play on, guys.
Now trying to punch around the fringe is Len Ikitau. Tom Hooper. There again for McDermott. Wilson going hard at Satiti, who bounces back as the clean-out arrives. Tom Hooper again. All Blacks trying to get their hands on the ball here.
What is there?
But it's still there for Australia, and that's the 22. Salakai Lotu. Slipper now in his 150th. Just glancing through the tackle there of Lomax and going hard on it now was Harry Wilson. Chance here for Australia now to hit back. Ball on the ground, out in front of the post.
There's a tackle off the ball here.
And a tackle off the ball, the call. This one right out in front of Australia want the goal.
Good momentum from Australia. They did it the hard way initially, and then the impact of Harry Wilson with a strong carry. That's what forced the All Blacks onto their back heels on defence. And then they made a poor decision defensively, took a player out without the ball. 12 phases for Australia. nice and tough. They look like they're going to take the 3 and get back closer to the All Blacks on the scoreboard.
Yeah, there you see Proctor's come up and taken out Swa'ali'i, understanding the threat that's there, but for Australia this would be a huge settling down penalty. They got very narrow in their attack, but they've become very good at it, and their clean out was good and strong. The All Blacks forced to infringe.
Well, what a year it's been for James O'Connor. First points of the game to the Wallabies. It's 5-3 at Eden Park. A lot of Wallaby fans in the crowd, including some who came over on a flight yesterday afternoon that got a bit dramatic. Oh, the restart. Low raking restart, but just a bit too deep for the chasers, and so Australia get it back. Wilson
Play on with the
onto
fit,
a short pass, and all this is good from Australia. That was Pollard breaking through and getting the pass away to McDermott.
Turnover, first man in.
All Blacks have got it though. They've pinched it at the breakdown. Now the chance for Jordan. Proctor onto Clark again. Tackle made by Jorgensen. And a penalty taken quickly by Roygaard, trying to catch them napping. Can Roygaard? Barrett is there in support. Manages to get the ball away in the tackle. Numbers away to the right. Vai stepping back in field. Taken 5 out from the line. They go to the left and Lomax is there.
Advantage, no arm by 8
Oh,
here.
going in low, a legal tackle from Harry Wilson. Advantage again to the All Blacks. Proctor. Good strong carry. Taken just a couple short of the line. Savia now quickly on. Jordan can't claim the pass.
No arms here.
So it's a penalty right out in front.
Oh, frantic period of play. Australia burst through the middle. Tupuvai got over the ball, affected the turnover. The All Blacks on attack out Caleb Clark's side. He looks really energetic tonight, but definitely missed an opportunity when the ball got into Tupuvai's hands. He decided to cut back in field. He had 2 men on his outside. I think if he had his time again, he would have let it go, but he was the one who instigated the counter-attack. Check him out here.
Yeah, outstanding work. Got himself in a great position very quickly. Here's the tackle from Wilson. Yeah, that's no intent to wrap in any way, shape or form from the captain. Certainly very late. The All Blacks electing to take the 3. Both sides, though, showing how dangerous they can be on attack early in this game.
Well, Bowden Barrett stabs the penalty over. And the All Blacks lead 8-3. Plenty of action in the first 10 minutes of this game. Back with O'Connor. This time the restart deeper. Taken by Satiti. Roygaard sends it away to the group. On to Holland. He's losing his footing a little as he was confronted.
Take him back.
The referee said taken back, so Barrett opts to put it high. Jordan giving chase. Jorgensen coming forward, but Jordan's got it. Plucks it out of the air in front of the Wallaby fullback. And it's there again for the All Blacks with numbers away to the right. Cody Taylor. Satiti chopping back in field, runs into a solid shot from Harry Wilson. Now Barrett straightening up nicely as Holland looking for the offload, decided against it. Vai. Savia. Now Jordan trying to get on the outside. Tackle made by Harry Potter. Managed to slow it down just a little here. The Wallabies. Vai taking it up to the 10.
Light speed! Light speed!
Now Barrett on Holland. Nice pass from him. This is good movement of the ball. The kick ricocheting away. Picked up though by Bowden Barrett. Chance for broken field run here. Lomax taken in the tackle of McWright on the 10. Little dummy there. The danger of Roygaard around the fringe. Tupuvai not sure what to do. In the end, makes a couple and sets it for Roygaard. Jordan in at first receiver. Geordie Barrett floats the pass over the top. Here's Leroy Carter. Lobs it back in field. And in the end, it's been knocked away into touch off a Wallaby hand. And the All Blacks will have a line out inside the 22.
I think using the width of the field, the All Blacks, and some really nice block plays involving Fabian Holland, just getting the space on the outside. Contact between the two number 8s, Satiti and Harry Wilson. And you can see there, Leroy Carter, it was batted back by Su'ali'i.
Holland the target. This time they go for a quick ball. Carter takes on the line. McWright going and looking for a turnover, but they deal with the threat to the All Blacks, and Simon Parker now carries it forward. Taylor, nice pass away to Barrett. Bowden on to Jordan. Va'i now. The All Blacks getting plenty of ball. Lomax. Australia having to make a lot of tackles. Parker again. Nice pass on the inside to the group.
It's a tackle now on the underground.
Hooper made the tackle. Bowden Barrett on to Cody Taylor. Gets through the tackle of Su'ali'i. McWright again looking for the turnover, but he can't affect it.
Wrong way!
And now they're out in front of the posts again. Parker. Phases building. Geordie Barrett now. Ekitau made the tackle around the ankles, but Ardie Savea is there to pick it up and drive it forward to within 3 metres of the goal line. Roigard, he stopped just short. They have another go, and they're in, and it's Leroy Carter.
Just relentless, absolutely relentless, the All Blacks. Pounding away at this Wallabies defence, and eventually they're going to crack because the carries are strong, they're hard. Ardie Savea, you know he'll fight for every single little metre, powers his way forward. That puts them again on the back foot. Then the dab from Roigard around the side gets them very close. Leroy Carter comes in off the wing, and the All Blacks strike again early in this test.
Danger signs for the Wallabies already. Their defence is passive. There is no line speed, there's no pressure. You're allowing the All Blacks to play on top of you, and you are getting punished. They need to make a change very, very early. Harry Wilson's got some questions of the referee, but ultimately, at the moment, the All Blacks in complete control.
Well, they've missed 7 tackles, just to emphasise your point, Jeff. Barrett can't convert, but the All Blacks have a 10-point lead at Eden Park, 13-3. Second try in Test rugby by Leroy Carter.
Some of those instincts getting in and around the breakdown that wingers now in the modern game have. And he is a player in his first couple of test matches doing some really positive things in the black jersey, Leroy Carter.
Oh, it's quite a prolonged conversation between Harry Wilson and referee Piatti. And again, it's O'Connor to kick off down into the 22, and Geordie Barrett gets rid of it quickly. It's a good chase by Corey Toole. The All Blacks have it just inside the 22. Holland has made some good hard metres early on in the game. Bowden Barrett, and puts a high one, not going to go into touch. Taken by Su'ali'i. So dangerous.
Lost.
Well, he had to bail out of that after making the tackle. So back come the Wallabies. It's Slipper, McDermott, O'Connor. Now big Nick Frost. McDermott very dangerous around the edge of the ruck. McWright gets rid of it, but it's been lost by Harry Potter.
Yeah, he's moving away.
Came in looking for a gap, and there was a half gap there, but he didn't take the ball. Shoveled through the hands by the All Blacks, and eventually taken to ground by Geordie Barrett. Now switching plays left to right, the All Blacks really looking to stress that Wallaby defence. Bowden Barrett again goes high. Waiting for it is Potter. Clark challenging and swooping on it is Billy Proctor for the All Blacks. So they win one in the air and they go back onto the attack at Eden Park. Nice tip on from Parker to the group. But oh, excellent work at the breakdown. Billy Pollard in there.
They're certainly making their kicks contestable, the All Blacks, and the likes of Jordan and Caleb Clark, particularly on the left-hand side of the field, are causing problems in the air for Australia. The All Blacks have done a lot of homework in this particular area and look a lot better for it this week.
There's almost an air of celebration from the crowd every time we control one of those positions or put the opposition under pressure. This is a poor touch finder from O'Connor.
Will Jordan
Front three.
was right there to take that. He dropped back into that space. And the kick came right where he was, so that's a bad miss by O'Connor. Tupou now, in fact, Salakai Loto, I beg your pardon, gets the ball away. Tom Hooper put on the ground on the 10. So that's a mistake. Great opportunity to go onto the attack, missed by the Wallabies. Now Tupou driven back.
Big problem for Tate McDermott. I think he's done a hamstring. That's why they haven't got a halfback at these breakdowns.
So Potter has to go in and clear it. Salakai Lotu.
There's the same penalty over there, knee on the ground. Stay on your
Well,
feet,
it's a
please.
penalty to the Wallabies, but a big problem
Time off. Play it down.
for Tate McDermott in his 50th Test
On your
match.
feet to make a tackle, please. Thank you. Number 2, Black.
You can see there, as he got cleaned out there, his legs were apart and he's probably ripped a hamstring, I would imagine, or he's got a problem with his knee, but it never looked good. So, wow, what a moment this is for Ryan Lonergan on debut on in this Test match, a lot earlier than he was expecting.
Yeah.
There it is. Wallaby number 992. And a huge responsibility, but he's been a player who has impressed through
Ready,
Super
guys?
Rugby, particularly in 2025.
Water out, please.
Real talent. And here's a try from Carter. Second try for the All Blacks. Dermot on that case not able to stop the All Blacks scoring, but that is a big loss for the Wallabies.
Well, Ryan Lonergan, he's had to wait a long time. Outstanding Brumbies, but he would not have been expecting to come into the game so early.
Well, during that break, the Wallabies had to talk about possession. For nearly 20 minutes into this test, they've only had 24%. They need to get their hands on the ball and keep a hold of it.
Well, this is their first line-out throw
First man, stay there. Stay there.
inside All Black territory by about 12 metres. There's Nick Frost. Well, they go to Wilson. Quick ball, first touch in Test Rugby for Lonergan. And they go to the middle of the field and Fraser McWright. Lonergan, Suoli'i, just skidding a little. Quickly on from O'Connor. Potter coming across from the right wing. Salakai Lotu looking to fill the shoes of big Will Skelton.
He's fine.
The All Blacks have got enough. Contested again. Kicked away by Geordie Barrett. Carter tearing after it. In the end, shepherded over the touchline by Max Jorgensen, but the All Blacks winning another one at the breakdown.
Oh, sensational work at the breakdown by Cody Taylor. Just powered his way through. That affected the turnover. And then the kick ahead from Geordie Barrett. Again, pins the Wallabies back into their own half.
Yeah, ball.
The Wallabies just shortening up the line out here. Frost tapping it down to Lonergan. Tom Hooper with the carry.
Use it!
Took a bit of a bang on the head there, did Cody Taylor. Lonergan just having a look around, and then in the end, well, he told them to use it, and in the end, they've knocked it on. A bit of a nervous start for Ryan Lonergan.
Well, and we get our first scrum in the over the 20th minute into this match. So the first time we're going to see the lock horns in the scrum, which will be an interesting battle tonight. Look at that statistic, though. As I said, they just need the ball, Australia. If they continue to defend in the mood that the All Blacks are in, they'll find themselves conceding more and more points. That's got to be the messaging. Get the ball, hold on to it.
They just look out of sorts right now, do the Wallabies. They're getting a lot of pressure at breakdown. Taylor looks as though he's just taken a little bit of a boot to the head, maybe just caught a sprig there just as he's coming through. Yeah, just a boot as he's on the ground, I think. Not happened there. It's in the follow through, but for me, Justin, Australia just making far too many errors and exposing themselves at breakdown, and they're getting put under pressure and they're making errors as a result of it. James O'Connor has to become more of a threat. The hierarchy of Australian rugby.
He's the boss now. Phil Waugh, great player.
Yes, had many a battle against Phil Waugh, where he was stepping in over the breakdown, either legally or illegally, stealing the ball.
Well, you wouldn't be a good number 7 if you weren't accused
That's exactly
of that
right.
occasionally.
Exactly. They all draw the line, don't they? And they live on the edge. Well, that's what the great ones always have done.
Now we've got 2 outstanding ones in this game too. But the All Blacks have a scrum now. They haven't been able to cleanly hook it initially. And eventually coming. Roigard away to Bowden Barrett. Proctor now holding it up. Picked up on the bounce by Caleb Clark. Made a great start to the test match. Now Roigard again, always asking questions around the fringe. Carter tracking across from the right wing, looking for work, looking to make an impact. Caleb Clark again.
Yeah, he's moving away,
Roigard
he's moving away.
calling for it, Barrett.
Play on.
Geordie. Inside the 22 they go. Artie Savia and the tackle of Slipper. Again, McWright not able to impact at breakdown. Lomax. Here's McWright looking for it again, but he can't get his hands on the ball. Billy Proctor.
From the side.
I think he's got Tupovai here for going in the side. Cody Taylor not very happy about a clean out in there.
Clearly from the side, number 5.
Look, we have mentioned Australia and their problems, and they're quite evident. But equally, that's probably the first genuine mistake, really, the All Blacks have made. They've been so accurate in this opening quarter of the Test match.
Skip it, please. Hardy. Come here, Hardy. 1 second. So there was a penalty against number 5, Black, for side entry. Before that, there is a no arm tackle. By second.
He's keeping 7 going, but there's 7 into my head.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Can you confirm the number of the number 8 by you? Okay. There's no arm, so we'll start the game with a penalty against you over there. So the second. No. Harry, please listen to me. The twice that you no arms into the tackle. Please be better.
Well, he's warned Harry Wilson now, who's just starting to look a little exasperated, and the All Blacks get a penalty. It's reversed. It went initially against Tupovai. Now it's gone against the Wallaby captain, and the All Blacks again turn down 3.
Yeah, so he's going to have to be careful, because that's the second time that he's been done for that particular infringement, where he's not wrapping his arms around, he's going in low. Big roar goes up around Eden Park as the All Blacks set up a line out. 6 metres from the line, and a third try. Holland the target. Cody Taylor.
That's once going backwards.
Looking to edge it forward. No real progress though. So Roigard has to release it. Straight to Geordie Barrett. Oh, might have stopped the high one. He did. So it's another advantage to the All Blacks. Just a bit too high to pass for Jordan. But it's cleaned up by Leroy Carter.
See how it goes.
Through the hands. Picked up by Barrett. Bowden Barrett.
Play.
The All Blacks playing under advantage here. Lomax goes hard at McWright. Good carry too.
Still advantage for high tackle.
Satiti Out the back door to Geordie Barrett. Billy Proctor now. Busting through the first is Jordan. Over the top to Audi Savia. Stepping back in field. Working his way towards the line. Stopped a metre short. De Groot waiting for it. Roygaard having a snipe. Maybe. He's there now. Satiti sends it away to Parker.
No hands!
Roygaard. Geordie Barrett. On it goes to Lomax. Hasn't got it down.
Big numbers, right? Big numbers.
While the All Blacks muscling it, trying to get it over the line, and eventually they do. And it's Cam Roygaard in his comeback test who scores.
They had them absolutely broken, the All Blacks. Right across the park, they went so close 2 or 3 times. They had numbers on the outside. Australia are literally hanging on. And in the finish, they just didn't have enough resilience in them. Will Jordan, he looks so dangerous tonight. Frees it to Savia. Naturally, he gets rid of 2 defenders. Lomax goes so close. Daniela Tupou did brilliantly to hold him up. They had options right, they had options left, and Roygaard, well, he pounced close to the breakdown. So strong from that close.
The All Blacks winning collisions, winning the discipline battle, winning the air, all the things you need to do to control a test match. And as Beauden Barrett kicks them to a 20-3 lead in the first half, it has been all the All Blacks.
Absolutely monopolising possession and territory. And Roygaard, one of the best in the business from that range. Roger Tuivasa-Shet amongst the admirers. So the All Blacks have raced out to a 17-point lead in Bledisloe 1 at Eden Park. Geordie Barrett, this time able to get away from the oncoming Corey Toole. Roygaard back in the action. De Groot was heavily involved in the lead up to that try.
Looking back.
Beauden Barrett not looking for touch, looking for a contestable ball that Clark gets after, but it's picked up by Jorgensen. Hardly had the ball in his hands, such a dangerous player. Numbers here for the Wallabies though, but then it's been tipped on. The referee says not lost forward by Salakaya Lotu, so they plug it down the short side. Potter kicking into the in goal and forced by Beauden Barrett, and then goes down in some discomfort. Beauden Barrett.
I didn't think he looked great when he took it, the conversion. He kind of gingerly made his way back to halfway, so he might have had something in the lead up to the try, and it's still obviously causing him some problems because there's nothing that's happened there in what he's doing. I think he was carrying it from a couple of minutes ago.
Just an update on the weather.
Guys, there is a knock
on
by God over there.
There is going to be a little bit of moisture. It looks as though there's been a change, a call from the TMO. Damien McKenzie, the man up, and looks as though he's going to go on for the Beauden Barrett.
Yeah, he looks in discomfort there, Beauden Barrett, so it must be something reasonably serious. Well, Australia have lost their starting half, Tate McDermott, as a game driver. Now the All Blacks have lost theirs in Beauden Barrett, so 2 big players out of the game early for both sides.
On here, guys.
Well, we go back to what looked suspiciously like a knock-on from Lukan Salakaya Lotu. Just here.
Yeah, look, to be fair, I thought we'd got past this with TMOs, that the players in the game had moved on, but anyway, I think maybe perhaps because of the injury break they decided to go back to it.
They're not in the international game, I think, at this stage just yet.
Stay straight, stay straight.
To say the rain is coming in and those drops are not small.
Boy!
No, some of the forecasts earlier today were stuff of biblical proportions. Might not get quite that bad, but the All Blacks now with a new man in the pivot position, Damien McKenzie. They get it away to Clark again, who really is looking dangerous. every time he gets the ball. Takes it down to the 10. Damien McKenzie, Savia, Geordie Barrett. Just one Barrett on the field now for the All Blacks, and a penalty again. He's been severe on that at the breakdown, and the All Blacks have copped 2 or 3 there.
Yeah, they have. They need to get better discipline in that zone. Might have got Tupuvai again. I have to say, though, look, another message that needs to go to Australia. Not only do they need to get their hands on the ball, they need to look at their line speed. They are giving the All Blacks way too much time. The All Blacks, without any defenders on them, are getting the ball through 3, 4, 5 sets of hands without an Australian defender near them.
They're living over the advantage line.
Space.
They're living over the advantage line, the All Blacks. And if you give them that momentum going forward, they are going to hurt you as a team. They need to change quickly, and they do look under an element of fatigue. The number of tackles they've had to make early, taking a toll.
Oh, Frost wins the line out, peeling away as Pollard. They go to the midfield, and a rare visit into the New Zealand 22, punching onto it, Salakai Loto. Tackle made by Lomax. Hooper now trying to make some headway. Lonergan sends it a couple wide, and Slipper is there. Potter trying as much as he can to get involved. Billy Proctor trying to get hands on the ball, but it's another penalty.
Delay the release. That's create the possibility. No, our first one.
Now what?
Delay the release.
James O'Connor, this is well within his wheelhouse. He's an exceptional goal kicker, but I just think they need to get in the game. Yeah, this is the right call.
They've got to play.
They do.
They haven't had the ball, as you've said. And this man here on screen has to have a positive involvement in terms of the attack. The moment for me, not attacking the line at all, just shoveling the ball along. He's a talented player, but leading this team at 10 from start to finish is going to be a challenge. It's a big moment for Australia in this Test match. Familiar territory for them, though. They have been behind a number of times in the Rugby Championship.
Much to the frustration of their coach.
Their line-out maul has been very good so far in this Rugby Championship. In fact, so far this season.
It's 2 meter, I'm fine.
I would suggest that they will probably go to that because it has been so good.
No, Billy Pollard. Frost in the middle. Eventually they go down to the back. The All Blacks contested, but now they've got it, the Wallabies.
Some more.
All Blacks looking to hold them up.
Keep it up, Ford. Keep it up.
Oh, this is good defence of the maul from the All Blacks. Now breaking away is Ikitau. Geordie Barrett stops him just a metre short, and there's a try for Billy Pollard. The Wallabies hit back through their hooker.
They're back. They're back, the Australians, and they needed to be. The line-out maul was resilient. Ikitau, who started in the line, entered the line-out after the maul got moving forward, pounced off the back, and then Billy Pollard up the really good place from Ikitau. That close to the line. Look at the body position, perfect. They're back in the game, Jeff.
Oh, Ethan de Groot, Fabian Holland, as they were trying to defend the line, have collided, and so de Groot is the man who is getting attention. It'll be Tamaiti Williams as the conversion goes over. Yesaya, the Wallabies are back well and truly.
Well, he was looking initially for a try in the boot of a line-out drive that the All Blacks defended well, but when play broke up, he was able to get it over. De Groot, well, he's been checked, but I just wonder whether he might, yes, he's going to have to go to the sideline, Jeff.
Absolutely, for an HIA, which means there's Tamaiti Williams. Desperate to try and defend the line. Just watch the collision here. Holland, yeah, he'll come off and he'll do his HIA.
Yeah, that does not look good either. It would be a big surprise if he passes that, so we should see another permanent change.
McKenzie gets it nice and high. Carter went after it, but no hope with Frost being hoisted so high in the air. Wallabies now have a try on the board. Half an hour just over gone at Eden Park as Lonergan puts one in what is now a rainy sky here at Eden Park. Nicely dealt with, though, by Geordie Barrett. Parker had a couple of good carries early on. Satiti through the hands, Va'i there. The All Blacks look to just try and regain the initiative here. Mighty Williams with his first carry. Holland now. Roygaard back in the pocket for McKenzie. Puts one high for Carter to get after. But just a bit deep, and O'Connor is back there. Sets off. Parker's got him, but the ball's there for Ryan Lonergan. Tupou getting a bit of a tangle there.
Yeah, they've taken Harry Wilson out without the ball.
Couple off the ball by three.
He was the tip runner for the ball carrier, Taniela Tupou, and the All Blacks aimed up on him, expecting that tip pass. Tupou didn't deliver it.
Just have a look here. As Tyrell Lomax is down, and that is the same hand that he has had, I think, an operation on at the back end of Super Rugby, which ruled him out early in the Rugby Championship.
Just another point tactically as well, which is very noticeable. All this chat about the All Blacks and the aerial skills and the ability not to win that aerial battle. Here's the penalty, and justified. Their tactical reaction to that is to have Geordie Barrett sitting back on the wing, and that's forcing either McKenzie or Leroy Carter up into the defensive line. So that's their answer, get Geordie Barrett back for what they're expecting in terms of exits from Australia.
Took Vi down as well.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, water out, please.
Fletcher Newell up off the bench. Australia with the early disruption, losing Tate McDermott. The All Blacks losing Bowden Barrett. A couple out there who will keep a very close eye on. O'Connor, well, he won't like that kick very much. Had a chance to put the ball down into All Black territory, and he's barely made it to halfway.
Just to give a bit of sense there that the wind is starting to just strengthen behind the Wallabies, and particularly coming off that stand on the opposite side there. You see it's just building up a little bit.
Doesn't look particularly straight. Eventually bounces up for Salakai Lotu, and Wilson charges onto it. The Wallabies have it now on halfway. James O'Connor trying to thread his way through. Iki Tau. Lonergan again. Salakai Lotu.
Off. Good. He was on the wrong side.
Good support from his teammates as the All Blacks were threatening to turn it over here. Jorgensen flicks it out the back door to Potter. Geordie Barrett bustled off it. Now Salakai Lotu, when he runs hard. McWright, Iki Tau, great hands. Now maybe Suaalii. No, he can't get away from Carter. Throws him to the ground. All Blacks looking to be aggressive at the breakdown, but it's still there for the Wallabies. Now McKenzie gets out to make a tackle. Lonergan. To the midfield they go. Tom Hooper is there. Now the try scorer, Pollard.
No!
Taylor got hands on the ball but had to bail out Frost. Oh, good, solid spot tackle made by Carter on Iki Tau. Stop that movement in its tracks. Again, it's Hooper. Holland trying to get hands on the ball. The Wallabies inching their way into New Zealand territory now.
Last fit.
Now Lonergan tries a high one. McKenzie coming forward. Gets to it. Ball on the ground. And it's back with Australia. Lonergan sends the kick out to the wing. Potter is there. Clark, though.
There's a knock-on by Gould.
Oh, the referee calls them back. There was a knock-on back on the far side of the field. So some relief here for the All Blacks.
Yeah, it must have been Corey Toole off the kick from Lonergan, which was a really good kick. Here goes Toole, goes up. There's a scrap for the ball in the air. And as they come to the ground, yeah, it's been jolted free.
But in terms of getting some confidence into their game, the Wallabies, just that period of play, being able to string 7, 8, 9 phases together and getting the ball out to that outside channel, that'll give them some real belief. The fact that 20-10 They've made a lot of tackles in the first 40, Marshy. They really have had to work hard, and they've stayed well and truly in this test match.
Oh, they certainly have. I tell you, Leroy Carter is stepping in too. Look at that shot that he put on Iki Tau. And earlier in the movement, he lined up Su'ali'i as well and basically manhandled him, which was not many do. Check this out, Leroy Carter, I'll pick you up off the ground and I'll turn you over. Look at that, bang, onto your back you go, son. Great strength from Leroy Carter.
He's had a really strong start in this All Black jersey, going from one wing to the other. But energy, physicality, understands his role. Now the All Blacks, just 5 minutes to go before half-time. What is their strategy? Is it about getting back to the territory game, or some play with ball in hand?
Well, let's bear in mind that Australia have been lights out second half team this year. All Blacks have the ball. They have a 10-point lead. Jordan, Clark again. Given space once more to run at that defence. Oh, and again, a penalty at the breakdown. They're just giving them away, the All Blacks, and it's keeping Australia right in the hunt.
Yeah, it is. They are being given so much space, though. Su'ali'i and Iki Tau are more on a drift defence type style than any form of pressure. But being given those metres, you've got to make sure that when there is a breakdown, because there is Iki Tau, they're working together, the centres, and they're causing problems at the breakdown, which is then causing discipline problems for the All Blacks to try and secure that ball.
I think that was Carter that time. He's not coming in after initial contact, not coming in from the gate, and so they have a line out on the 22.
Guys, if you don't stay with my AR, of course they close a little bit the gap. Stay with my AR. Yes, yeah. Don't close the gap.
So 6 in for Australia. Frost with the call. Up he goes, but he's been beaten to the punch. Well, he almost beaten to the punch by Fabian Holland, but they do get the ball. And the referee is playing another advantage here to the Wallabies. So they get a free swing. Tupou runs into his opposite, Tyrell Lomax. Wilson now upended in the tackle. There on the ground for Iki Tau, trying to muscle his way through.
Advantage is over now.
Well, it was a knock-on advantage, so it's over. Not a penalty advantage. It came from the line-out. But Australia still has the ball. 2.5 minutes out from the break. Chance here to close the advantage that the All Blacks hold. Lonergan sends it away on his left.
No, away, Black, away.
McWright making sure it comes clear. Wilson now, short ball away to Slipper. He's stopped in his tracks by Tupou. They keep it coming away to the left, and Tupou is there. Now Iki Tau injecting, and through for the try is Harry Potter, and the Wallabies are right back in it now.
Oh, immaculate discipline from the Wallabies. The way that they were able to punch away, then they had backs coming in, hitting the pick and drive, and then when they created the space on that left-hand side, they worked it so well. Great manipulation, beautiful hands when they were needed. Drew in 2 defenders, and oh man, they are back in this game big time.
How good was that attack? Working one way and then the other, and these players sweeping back to the short side meant that Will Jordan had too many players to cover. They have scored, and they have been impressive on the back half of this first half, and this game is well and truly on.
Well, Joe Smith was saying before the game he wished he didn't have to rely on his team making these second half comebacks. Well, they've made a first half comeback here at Eden Park, 20-3 down, and now the margin is just 3 points.
Just nicely done, worked around same way once they've switched all those All Black defenders on the other side. No update as yet on Ethan de Groot and his HIA.
So 1 minute left, first half. And it's a 3-point game at Eden Park. Bledisloe 1. Wilson.
Use it!
Lonergan. I think they might just chew up a bit of time with a couple of rucks inside the 22. Lonergan having a look downfield. Told to use it by the referee. Wilson calling for it on the short side. Gets it over the 22. But into the dying seconds of the first half, the All Blacks got off to an excellent start. But the Wallabies have come back at them. They'll put the ball in touch. And at half-time at Eden Park, there is nothing in it. In Bledisloe 1, the All Blacks lead the Wallabies by 20-17. It's momentum that the Wallabies can take into the second half at Eden Park as they eye their first win against the All Blacks on this stadium since 1986. Roigard puts one high at the start of the second half. Saw Aliti coming, but can't take it cleanly. Bounces though for the Wallabies. Jorgensen, haven't seen much of him so far in the game, but know what a threat he possesses.
Step back.
Pollard, one of the try scorers. Well, the All Blacks, Justin Marshall, going to have to sort out a few things, their discipline being one of them, particularly at the breakdown. We'll just see what the Wallabies can make of this, because they really are starting to get some pay from their carries. Now the high kick. Ryan Lonergan called into the match on debut. And the ball's been won back, although All Blacks have walked over that. Some good work from Ardie Savea. So they do get the ball from the aerial contest, and straight in the side goes McWright. Referee decided he hadn't impacted on play. So up goes the high test from Roigard. Challenge in the air from Geordie Barrett, and coming down heavily. O'Connor then gets a whole bunch of forwards over the top of him, but the referee awards the penalty. Illegal challenge in the air, and another penalty. There's just been too many of them going the way of the Wallabies since the midway stage of the first half.
Yeah, that's absolutely something they would have spoken about, piggybacking Aussie back into the game just through discipline, penalties, needless ones, a lot of them at the breakdown, and then the odd one unnecessarily in the air like this one, which just gives Connor a chance to peg the All Blacks back and let them launch on attack again.
Here's this collision in the air, and neither player getting their hand on the ball, but there was an infringement from the All Blacks, which has once again put them under pressure. And as we know, the second 40 minutes has been the Achilles heel of the All Blacks for 18 months. What changes here at Eden Park tonight?
That one goes down the back, didn't go where it was supposed to go, and it wasn't straight.
And we saw contest. No. The international is option scrum or line out. Just super rugby free kick.
Yeah, he wanted to take a quick tap. It's not a free kick in international rugby as it is in Super Rugby, and so.
Well, there was no real edge for either team in that first half at scrum time. Now, this is usually an area where the All Blacks will scrum for penalty first. But so far, the resistance from Australia, although they have made changes to their front row, you've got Bellon now and Alatoa. Let's see what sort of a difference that makes. We heard Mike Conn talking to Jeff Wilson saying we want to introduce fresh legs in the front row. Well, they're there. How are they going to go in the first scrum of this half?
So Slipper, his 150th test match.
Set.
Got through to half-time. Front rows go down.
Use the ball.
Roigard sends it away to Barrett, looping around Mackenzie. Now Jordan, Clark, straightening. Suaalii come across, made the tackle. Picked up by Carter, takes them on. Wrestled to the ground though by Ikitau. Mackenzie. They came up hard on Geordie Barrett and then on Satiti, and another penalty at the breakdown.
Well, he's going to get one at some stage, Fraser McWright, because you've called him so many times already in this game, TJ, being there or thereabouts, but he hasn't been able to get one. This time, off the back of a very strong, aggressive driving tackle from Alatoa, he was there quick as a flash and got his hand straight on the ball.
So once again, a chance for the Wallabies to go deep.
Wallace Satiti just a little bit ginger on one of his legs there. The medical staff ran out to him.
So 8 of the 9 last penalties have gone the way of the Wallabies. Now Pollard, can he get this one on target? He does, and it's quick ball too. Here they come again through Tom Hooper, takes it inside the 22. This time it's the All Blacks though who win the penalty at the breakdown.
Yeah, tactically the Wallabies are using Lee Nikitau. We saw it off rolling ball. We've equally seen it off the second try when he charges forward. He comes in and gravitates towards the ball and then powers through the breakdown. It was him that went through, but Ardie Savea made a good legs tackle, which then enabled Tupuvai to go long and affect the turnover.
Just some concern as we have a look at it again over Caleb Clark, who's hobbling around on the far side.
Well, they're going to make that change and make it very quickly. And so Caleb Clark, who's had to work so very hard to get back in, he has now been replaced. So it is time for Quinn Tupaia to come on, and he will have to play, I imagine, on the wing.
Oh, the early disruption went to Australia when they lost Tate McDermott. The All Blacks now. Tupaia and McKenzie out there in their back line, trying to drive it away.
Always a touch.
Well, Cody Taylor takes it to ground. And they win a penalty here again. The All Blacks. Is a nice little piggyback for them out of their own territory.
Number 8 collapse. Number 8 collapse.
Collapse?
Yeah.
Harry Wilson, who
Damien.
not necessarily in the good books of the referees, coming with a couple of grass cutter tackles, and he's not happy about that penalty.
They certainly did well initially. They just needed to stay on their feet here, did the Wallabies. Oh,
That's a rough one.
That's a rough one.
He has right to complain.
Holland snatches it down. They give it to Carter. Just winds up and goes hard at them. Now Satiti. Hooper stood his ground. And another penalty. Well, suddenly a little flurry of penalties going the way of the All Blacks. And a chance, well, for 3, maybe, or will they go for the line?
Well, Geordie Barrett will now become the goal kicker on McKenzie, obviously. And this is, look, I don't want to put the classic commentator's curse on him, but you would think very easily within his wheelhouse, a 90% chance he's going to bang this over and just give them a little bit of breathing room on the scoreboard.
Yeah, since here there was...
Oh yeah, there was clear release there.
Yeah, once again,
it's a tough one, isn't it?
Another tough one too. Back-to-back penalties go against the Wallabies. Just in regards to the injuries that have affected, clearly you lose Beauden Barrett, so McKenzie comes on to 10, and then you lose an outside back. Doesn't mean you can reshuffle Jordan to the wing and McKenzie to fullback. So Quinn Tupaia is going to have to play on the wing, and he's done that before, but it's certainly not his most familiar position.
Damien McKenzie, can he open the scoring in the second half at Eden Park? Crowd like it, up go the flags, 23-17. Well, discipline costing Australia that time. Succession of penalties. And McKenzie happy to turn it into a 3-point shot at goal. And then a mistake from the restart. He's put that out on the full, and so they'll go back to halfway for a scrum.
Yeah, well, they're just in a little bad patch now, Australia. After starting the second half reasonably well, 2 dubious penalties against them, you would have to say. That probably could have gone either way. But then a mistake from O'Connor from the kickoff
and the pressure starting to being applied to them.
How's that? The only player in this Wallaby team who knows what it's like to win a test at Eden Park. It wasn't against the All Blacks. It was the playoff for 3rd and 4th at Rugby World Cup 2011.
Last one, both of you. Okay.
It's their only win since 1986.
Let's go, let's go.
And Alan Jones, Andrew Slack and co were here.
Boy!
Really like Will Jordan to the left here if they get a good platform.
Keep it up, square, square.
All Blacks looking to power the scrum up.
Reset.
This is a great battle. There is
both
nothing between these two scrums. Both loose heads feeling as though they've got a way on in that scrum there. Just watch this. And there's some of the impact the All Blacks can call on. But just here, both sides, they take it and then they go again. Bell on this near side, Tamaiti Williams.
Here's Will Jordan, parked up right behind the scrum.
I just like the fact that he's been given some depth by Potter to be able to go down there, and there's no cover in behind Potter.
The All Blacks try and get a second shove, but Australia holding firm, and they go to the right, and McKenzie runs at them, gets it away to Billy Proctor, turns it on the inside to Jordan. McKenzie quickly through the hands onto Holland. No, forward.
Forward pass.
Lukan Salakai Lotto. He affected that turnover by line speed, putting the ball carrier under pressure. Check him out. Here he comes. Bang. Tupuvai knew he was coming and had to get rid of it quickly. Got rid of it without proper execution, drifted forward. Great defence by the big second right.
Yeah, that's the line speed that Mike Cron was talking about.
Yes.
Guys, let's go.
And the All Blacks, please. They are going to their bench. And after
come up, 3 and 5.
Some surgery
3 and 5.
On a broken bone in his forehead, the All Blacks welcome back the experience of Patrick Tuipulotu, and they also make the change, Fletcher Newell on for Tyrell Lomax.
It's Tupuvai who's coming off. So Patrick Tuipulotu,
here we go,
on his home track, enters the game 11 minutes into the second half along with Fletcher Newell. The All Blacks won't lose anything at scrum time. Newell really is
let's go.
An area of strength for him, but you can see him up against Angus Bell.
I just wonder whether or not O'Connor thinks about pulling the trigger here on Quinn Tupaia, who's defending quite deep, and he hasn't defended on the wing much.
Well, they take it to the left. O'Connor trying to break through. Now Lonergan sends it away to McWright. Tuipulotu in makes his first tackle. Now Alatoa goes hard at Holland and Newell. Lonergan thought about kicking. Ikitau, little attempted wraparound, and then lovely, clever flick up from O'Connor. And a penalty. Savia rolled through the ruck, and so it's a penalty advantage to the Wallabies. But boy, how about the skill leading up to that from O'Connor?
And the commitment from Harry Wilson to maintain his line. It'd be very easy for Harry Wilson just to gravitate to where James O'Connor was going to ground instead. He kept his running line, and O'Connor got the miraculous round the corner pass away, which got them on the front foot.
Well, it was such an exuberant mood in the stadium early on. Oh boy, is that one? Oh, it hasn't found touch. It's been cleverly kept in play by Jordan, who slams the kick downfield. Frost, I thought, for a moment, thought someone else was lining that up, realised that he had to react. Now McKenzie can open it up here. Geordie Barrett trying to get on the outside, free up some space, and still going. In the end, cut down from behind by McWright. Roigard thought about a dab down the short side, goes open, Newell is there. Well, couple of kick errors hurting the Wallabies in the second half. Now Tupaia bustling through the first tackle. But McWright, look at him, stationed over the ball. No, illegally.
On the ground first. Hands on the ground before on the ball.
Yep, so
7
here,
on the ground first,
referee
then on the ball.
Andrea Piadri basically saying that
7
he
on the
felt
ground.
that his elbow was on the ground first. McWright didn't get his hands on the ball quick enough.
Well, I think if the Wallabies are looking back at this test match, they will look at some simple errors, and 3 of those have come from James O'Connor. 2 missed touches and a kick out on the full, and those are pivotal moments where they've earned the right to get strong field position. Yes, this is great play, but he just bit off far too much than he could chew. And good carry from Tupai. But I can just say that the atmosphere here has got very, very quiet. I think there were some very nervous All Black fans.
Well, can Damien McKenzie take it out to a 9-point advantage? Yes, he can. Nails his second penalty. It's 23. Turns into 26. (26-17) at Eden Park.
On the line.
Maybe just a little bit further back in their seats with the crowd. There's still a long way to go in this one. Tui Polotu, challenged in the air. Well, these penalties, we talked about the All Blacks giving away a slew of penalties. Well, now it's the Wallabies.
On the arm. Guys, in. Kick it here.
Well, it was Corey Toole, never really in a realistic position to challenge.
Carry on.
All Blacks squeeze it up. 4 on the line out. And again, Holland goes up, a little awkward, but they get it away to McKenzie. Satiti now winding up for a charge. McWright, Ikitau holding on. Now the kick, well, it's gone straight up in the air. It's going to come down around halfway. Geordie Barrett getting to it, but it's been snatched away by Frost for Australia. Good work from the big man. Now Bell held up. Alatoa, O'Connor, Ikitau. Been a constant threat. Ball squirts out the side. Oh, beautifully done by Holland. And then Roygaard bangs it onto the left foot. Jordan giving chase. Oh, what a kick. What a kick, and what a time to do it. It's a 50-22 off the boot of Cam Roygaard.
The space was there. Off turnover, Australia got the ball back, but they were all over the place in terms of players out of position. Roygaard, he sniffed that out, got the roll of the ball, and again, more pressure going on Australia off another turnover. Their discipline is really hurting them over the last 10 minutes.
Guys, we need to fix this. Yeah, stay on the mark.
First time since the 21st minute of the game that the All Blacks have been inside
Open it a
the
bit.
Australian 22.
No, it's fine, stay there. Let's go.
The 50-22, a line-out win, and a chance now to build their lead. Jordan stepping.
No hands, 12.
Stop 10 short of the line.
Advantage, 12.
Another advantage. Artie Savia, though, says, I want this. Proctor. All Blacks now hammering on the door. Roygaard sends it away. McKenzie. Tupara. Put on the ground by Sua'ali'i.
Clear our feet. We come back.
Well, it's another penalty.
12 on the wrong side. Kick the ball. Yeah. Harry.
Well, now it's Australia that's given away 6 of the last 7 penalties.
There's quite a number of penalties against your team. This is an official warning, okay?
Can I speak to my players?
Of course you can. Yeah, of course you can stop the clock.
There's that warning off a flow of penalties against them. I think Tupaia had to shift that. Fabian Holland outside him, and then a player free on the very far side.
Yeah, just to go over the top, All Blacks have decided to turn down points and chase 7.
Let's go.
Well, they're going for the tap. Savia takes it. Satiti. Wilson made the tackle, but he drives ahead in contact. Roigard has a little look, gets it away to Savia. Chopping back in field.
Lost.
McWright trying to challenge.
Go back, inside. Well done, good listen.
Satiti again. Huge moments in the game, these. Geordie Barrett. Wilson and McWright on the tackle. Now Parker. Bumping off Harry Potter. Tui Pelotu.
Away, good.
Coming for Roigard. Williams. Australia holding on. Parker again. This time dishes it on to Satiti. They're trying to create some space out on the right here. Geordie Barrett. Roigard sends it away to Paya. He's stopped just a couple short. Roigard. Satiti. Can't get there. Carter. Can't get the ball down. It's a goal line dropout. Oh, great desperate defence by the Wallabies.
They survive. Somehow they survive, and that was ferocious attack from the All Blacks. They went hard at the line, some real strong ball carriers, but Australia's tackle technique and their ability to double tackle at times when they had big defenders, big attackers coming at them, they hold on. Somehow they hold on.
Outstanding from O'Connor there, the assist tackler, and it was Hooper. Remarkable work.
Hey guys, time back on.
You get the sense that was pivotal of the Wallabies staying in this contest.
Yeah, you got it.
O'Connor. Oh, allowed to bounce twice before Mackenzie grabs it. Satiti charges straight back at them. So the All Blacks have to start again from about 35 metres out. Ball loose and snatched away by the captain, Harry Wilson, who then gets in and makes the pass. Quickly through the hands. Almost intercepted, but they've got some space here. Fatul sends it back on the inside to Ikitau, bumping off the tackle. Sending it back in field. Well, the referee says the tackle was okay. McWright gets it away to Wilson. Back come the Wallabies again. Here's Pollard.
Numbers
inside
right.
the 22. Oh, brilliant work at the breakdown. He's done it again.
Stop.
All Blacks have taken it quickly.
Clear holding on here. Clear release and on the ball by 7. Time off. Check the speed tackle. Speed tackle there. If it's clear, can you tell me something? I cannot listen in because you're talking to me. Okay. Yes, I can hear you now. Speed tackle over there.
Yep.
Yeah, throw the definition.
Guys,
They want to have a look at the tackle here.
Okay, my live view was correct. Temo confirmed. Dominant tackle. Happy we play on. Clear release here. Holding on by 7.
Yeah, they've checked it quickly.
Good refereeing, good officiating all round.
Just shows the danger of the Wallabies on broken play though. Here's the lift. Ooh, probably just enough. Didn't quite go past the horizontal, Justin.
No, it was right. It was right on the edge, wasn't it? Really.
And oh boy, what the tackle
And the Savia
and the steal by Savia.
Big couple of changes. Well, Satiti has done. Peter Larkai gets his opportunity at Eden Park for the All Blacks. Change as well.
Into the last quarter at Eden Park. Bledisloe 1. All Blacks lead by 9. Remember, Australia have to win both test matches if they want to win back the Bledisloe Cup, or at least one goes to a draw. Now the high kick, taken beautifully by Jorgensen, under pressure. Australia have to win the series. is what it is. If they want the Bledisloe Cup. At the moment, they're 9 behind at Eden Park.
Use it. Last fit.
McDermott kicks, and McKenzie trying to kick the ball in the field. Dangunu there to challenge, and another penalty at the breakdown.
23, taking the space.
And against Filippo Dangunu.
He's calling with the forearm first, taking the space.
They're on the receiving end big time
Time off.
of the whistle. Their discipline is off. And they're under warning as well. There's an accidental head collision. Adi Savia. He's been split open consequently.
This could be a bit of a problem for the All Blacks if he has to go off.
Well, it would have to be Samasoni Tokiaho, who's the only player. It's Cody Taylor going back. He'll get some treatment. Looks as though the Wallabies are going to make a couple of changes. Ancient hooker, Brendan Painga-Mosso goes on for Billy Pollard. Another change as well.
Well, Australia have been such a strong second half team in 2025. They've scored almost twice the number of points that the All Blacks have in the second half. Well, there's Ronnie Clark, who did such a magnificent job before the game started. His son started so well too before he succumbed to an injury after scoring the opening try.
Jeremy Williams is on, as is Carlo Tizzano for Australia. They've made the majority of their substitutions. Lost Tate McDermott early. There's Adi Savia just running repairs. But the skipper for this contest has had to work very, very hard to lead this team to take control of this test match, but it's certainly not done yet.
Taken right off, he's had a tremendous game. But Cody Taylor, again, Holland, so reliable. Driven back initially, the All Black forwards. Roygard fires the pass away to Geordie. Barrett's taking a lot at first receiver, allowing McKenzie to loop around. Now Jordan. First tackle of the game made by Carlo Tizzano for Australia. They switch to the short side. Geordie Barrett creates some space for Damien McKenzie. Now Tupaia! Eventually sliding into touch. But that was smart work in a narrow channel by the All Blacks.
Yeah, it certainly was. They're carving off big meters out there. But Will Jordan is getting the ball with so much time to be able to then use his pace and his speed, which then gets Australia on the back foot defensively. McKenzie and Roygard went down the blind and very nearly got something for Kun Tupaia.
And now a bit of pressure. Brendan Painga-Amosa, no contest from the All Blacks though. Jeremy Williams, the Brumbies captain, wins the line out. And they'll get a chance to send the ball downfield through the boot of Ryan Lonergan. Puts it out, clears the 22. Well, maybe 7 or 8 metres. Oh, a little bit more than that.
Number 2 black subs. 2 black.
Change it hooker, Samasoni Tokiaho. He is ready to go, coming on. Cody Taylor.
No, I would play, guys. Do stay on the street.
Well, you're not going to let him come on, I don't think, Jeff.
No, they're not. So it might be the next period of play.
Both teams with some high numbers out there. That was awkward, but Roygard didn't lose it forward. This time, though, he saw something brewing on the left. Rain starting to fall now, Jeff.
Yeah, it's been threatening all late afternoon, evening, and it's just starting to drizzle a little bit and just make it that little bit harder for the Wallabies to play to chase this game. Cody Taylor's welcome back into this test, coming back from injury. There is the Rugby Championship live ladder. The All Blacks would be on top. They'd overtake Australia Obviously a game between South Africa and Argentina to come this weekend. It's certainly well and truly be all on.
Yep, that one in Durban. And then they head off to London. Oh, rain starting to fall, heavy drops now.
Crouch! Boy! Set! Some instability.
15 minutes
Start
to
from
go.
bind. Instability starting from bind, early bind. Wait, my
All
close,
Blacks
guys.
up by 9 points.
Here we go. Quick reset, let's go.
We've scored the only points of the second half.
Bind,
Two
when I say
Damien
bind.
McKenzie penalties.
Yep.
Well, the clock is starting to work against Australia. Thinking if they're going to take this game down to the wire, then somebody needs to open it up, and in my mind it's this guy.
Boy!
Joseph Akusa-Suali'i. He needs to get in the
Set!
game.
Up. Time off. Guys, first thing, there's no break foot, okay? We saw break foot very well in the first half. Now with you, there's no break foot. And then there is instability before the feet. Okay, we need to sort it out. Let's go.
Referee Andrea
Let's
Piardi.
go, guys. Let's go. Break foot. Lost the back, all the pressure. Lost the back, all the pressure.
Yeah, well, that shows that Australia can finish strong. They're the best in the championship so far this season.
Crouch!
Of course, the last quarter, well, it was the witching hour for the All Blacks last year. They have made some improvements in 2025. Defending their fortress at Eden Park as the Wallabies swing into action again, and the dangerous Max Jorgensen. They initially had him held up off the ground, but he's got play up over halfway. Wilson moves it quickly on. O'Connor. A bit of a step there from
Release.
Frost. And they go back to the left, Jeremy Williams.
Put down by goal, put down by goal.
O'Connor just standing on the short side. Sweeps the pass away. Tizano is there. He's looking to build some momentum now. They look good when they do. Ala Alatoa out the back door. Suali'i. Well, they haven't let him get away. That time it was just the hem of his jersey. But now straightening up his Potter. Making play downfield. Tackle was made by Billy Proctor. There for the Wallabies. Ala Alatoa fell just a little flat-footed. Suali'i, well, again, can't find a way through. That was Tui Pelotu made the tackle. Quickly tapped on through the hands. Oh, good work from Tupaia, but it sits up now for Dangunu, slipping. Surface starting to become a bit greasy at Eden Park. But here come the Wallabies through Potter, the kick into the in goal. Geordie Barrett back, scrambles it away in a touch. And the Wallabies are going to get a line out 7 metres from the corner.
I tell you what, that was good. Pre and post contact, some of the ability for Australia off blitz defence, players turning in for the All Blacks to try and cut them off, to find the ball and find the ball in space was outstanding. Harry Wilson, he's got such great skills. His ability to pass and draw a defender. Equally, O'Connor had players sweating all over him, managed to free it. Now was the time.
Well, if they score here, it sets them up for a crack at a win at Eden Park, and they've got the ball, and they're storming towards the line. Referee has the arm out. It's a try.
It's on the line.
It's that man, Tizano.
Carlo Tizano comes off the bench and scores the try that gives Australia hope of doing something they have waited a very long time for.
Well, they were brave, the All Blacks, because they went up, but because of that, they left themselves vulnerable. Fabian Holland was the man that went up, but because he went up, that's where Australia threw it. They got good momentum subsequently because they got a good line outtake, and Tizano, with his strength and his ability to get good body position, powers them over. Oh man, we have some finish in front of us now.
Yeah, Tizano does it really well because they don't move the ball to the back of the maul. He kept it right in the middle, so as the momentum came through, he was able to find a way to get the ball on the ground.
Well, if this goes over, a penalty could be enough to win the game, and it has gone over. Again, the gap narrows up, and it's 26-24 with 10 to play. This is as close as they've got. Long kick from McKenzie. And a nice return too.
Yeah, Lonergan, he's got a good kicking game. Ryan Lonergan, it's a real strength of his. Here it is, 38 years, 9 months and 26 days. It's been a long way.
Max Jorgensen, the fullback, wasn't born the last time Australia had the Bledisloe Cup. But the All Blacks have the ball. A little awkward it was too, but Tokiaho bursts away around the front of the line out. Takes play back into Australian territory. Now Adi Savia looking to spin out of the tackle. There for Roigard, McKenzie. Lakai now. Dalrunu making the tackle on him. Trying to rip the ball away. There for Roigard. Holland wasn't expecting it. Takes it to ground though. McKenzie. Oh, it's so tense now. Adi Savia, a little show of the ball. Grimly hanging on.
We don't go anywhere.
Oh, as a penalty advantage was being played.
Yeah, it was from line out. Australia went too early in their drive. They got Fabian Holland before he got to ground. So he was playing advantage right back to the set piece.
Just once again, one of those acts of ill discipline. Unnecessary.
Yeah.
You've got all the momentum. You had the All Blacks in their own half. Yes, you want to stop a line out more, but not at the expense of giving away territory and a penalty.
Yeah, and not that far out. What's the point?
Exactly. Let's watch here. Yeah, far too early. Tokiaho did well.
Oh, the crowd now have been rather sitting on the edge of their seats, but now they find their voice.
6 goal. Guys, number 6 goal, HIA.
Tom Hooper will have to leave the field, and that'll create a problem. The Wallabies will have to bring someone back. It's McWright, Jeff.
Yeah, Fraser McWright comes back on, who has been very good. They'll do a bit of a reshuffle with Tizano.
This time the All Blacks go down towards the back. Paddy Tuipulotu takes it. Now trying to weave his way through. Good strong run from Carter. Takes the All Blacks into the 22. Here's their chance now. Peter Lakai. Wallabies have slowed it down. Tokiaho.
Away!
Now they bring it back to Lakai again.
No!
Tuipulotu. Good strong carry from him. Roigard. Geordie Barrett calling for it. On it goes to Adi Savia.
No! What is it?
All Blacks working their way inside the Australian 22. Holland. They come out quickly at him.
No hands.
All Blacks rather bunched up away to the left. They keep it working that way. Now they start to spread out. Tupaia, another strong run from him.
Oh, great tip.
Oh, penalty. Oh, this is a yellow card, yeah. Harry Potter.
Yeah, look, I think he's got it right. Sorry, I thought I was about to say great turnover. You probably heard me about to say that, but I think what he did do is he got his hand past the ball and then dragged it back, quite possibly. Whereas you do have to get your hand straight on the ball. So if he's gone past it and then dragged it back, legitimate penalty. It's a massive one. Huge call.
Let's go!
Well, the All Blacks have a decision to make. And they are going to go for the try. It's a great run by Tupaia.
It's hard to see from there.
He did put his hands on the ground, didn't he?
So, yeah.
But here's the chance now for the All Blacks. Will Australia contest? Holland goes up. They take it down. Taukei'aho has it in the back. Can they ride the crowd to the goal line? Here they go. Taukei'aho still got it, but he can't get it down. Oh, more great goal line defence. Keeps Australia in the game.
Yeah, they certainly do. Desperation from Australia. This Bledisloe Cup means as much to them, having not had it for so long, as it does the All Blacks. So every little inch with this game in the balance, both teams will fight everything for.
Really smart defensively from the Wallabies, and their captain Harry Wilson dragging the player in the air over the top.
Just over 5 to play now. McKenzie makes sure he collects it. Now Peter Lakai goes low into contact. Roigard. McKenzie now. Geordie Barrett gets the ball on the inside to Paya. Roigard! Cam Roigard! And again! And that might just be the winner.
Outstanding from Cam Roigard, but the work of Geordie Barrett. He took on 2 defenders, the inside ball to Will Jordan, and then to Quinn Tupaea, I should say. There's Geordie Barrett, takes on 2 defenders, inside to Quinn Tupaea. What an impact he's had on this game. And Roigard runs the classic half-back line in support.
How good has Quinn Tupaea been in terms of his ball carry? The simple things done well, support play. The Wallabies were not able to cover up the holes on the inside. They escaped moments ago, but this man, his impact in the All Black jersey has been huge, and he celebrates at home and at Eden Park.
Well, the kick now will take it beyond range of 1 try. Over it goes. The Wallabies will have to score twice now. And time is the enemy. Now, the man who was out with a stress fracture from July, and how they have missed him. Kick barely goes the 10. And bouncing around too, and it's an All Black feed to the scrum. Well, they've answered a few questions here, Justin, the All Blacks, because they were under extreme pressure.
Oh, yeah, they certainly were. And I think particularly in some of the really important moments in this second half, Australia's discipline has been off, and the All Blacks have been much better in a zone where their discipline hasn't been great in other test matches this season. So they certainly have stepped up in that regard.
He scored the winning try. You would imagine in this test match has Cam Roigard, and he has been replaced by Cortez Vatima, but his running game, his passing's been good. He's been very much involved in this test match. It's been a welcome return.
Here we go. Time still off.
Got a huge ovation as he went off. With 3.5 to play, they kept him deep into the game. And he paid them back with his second try. Now Cortez Vatima to try and finish the job off.
Time off. Guys, there's no space, okay? Little bit over leaning by Black and closing the space by Gold, okay? We need to be better now. Time off. Come on.
Well, it's still not out of reach of the Wallabies, but something pretty extraordinary would have to happen now.
Better, guys. Space. Coach!
All Blacks looking for their 10th consecutive win over Australia. The feat previously achieved
Keep it up.
once between 2008 and 2010. And they get a penalty. And that might just spell the end for the Wallabies, if there was any chance.
Inching, right side.
It's important now, Justin, from an All Black point of view, to deny them the bonus point.
Yeah, it's such a tightly contested Rugby Championship. Obviously, we've been talking about the Bledisloe Cup and its significance, but also there is a Rugby Championship. What a kick from Mackenzie. And the All Blacks are after every single point they can get and denying the opposition any points they possibly can. As well as the for and against record isn't great for them on the ladder simply because of the blowout against the Springboks. So the more points they accumulate, the better as well.
Can they finish it off? Winning bonus point is beyond reach. But they'd love another try. Parker round the back of the line out. Artie Savia. Ratima sends it away. Tolkiaho flying out at him was Wilson. Waiting for it, Williams. Fires it right out the back door and Mackenzie has to go back, but he picks it up and some footwork from Damien Mackenzie. Oh, scythed down by Wilson. Proctor.
No hands.
Now Geordie Barrett switches it back to the left and to Mighty Williams.
No hands.
Aina Amosa looking for a
He
turnover,
was on the wrong side.
but has to bail out. Geordie Barrett gets it away to Ratima. Mackenzie now. Tui Polotu winds up. Taking it to the left, and Lakai. Goal line, 10 metres away. Parker.
Here we go, that's the ball. He's doing his best to roll away, that's the ball.
Wilson rolling away with difficulty.
No
Holland
hands.
with the
No.
carry. The All Blacks certainly have withstood a strong challenge here from the Wallabies. Now Jordan almost stepping his way through. Mackenzie pops it back on the inside. It was forward.
That's forward, guys.
But this game was on a knife edge for a long time. One of the best fourth quarter efforts that we've seen from the All Blacks in the last 2 years, Justin.
Yeah, certainly has been, and they've had to do it by adapting as well. This man here, how good an impact has he made in an unfamiliar jersey, having to play on the wing. Here's your shout for man of the match. A great return from Cam Roigard from injury. But yeah, they've had to work their way through it, the All Blacks. It hasn't all fallen on their lap. And they've done a good job of doing that and securing this test match.
And you would have to say, though, credit to the Wallabies to come into Eden Park and to really step up to the challenge and push the All Blacks. They're certainly a different side than they've been for a number of years.
Well, there was a forecast of stormy weather here at Eden Park today, and the All Blacks have had to ride out a bit of a storm, but they've done it. Wallabies now looking for some late consolation. O'Connor, ball's been knocked down by Quinn Tupaia. So the Wallabies under advantage here.
No con advantage.
But deep inside their own 22. McWright. Tui Polotu scragging him. He's been good off the bench too. Now a little chip kick through from Lonergan. Mackenzie's got it, boots it into touch. And the Bledisloe Cup will stay with the All Blacks in 2025. Australia tried so hard to knock down the walls of the fortress, but the All Blacks once again have stood their ground.
Matthew Cooper will now present to Artie Savia and the All Blacks. They retain the Bledisloe Cup for 2025. The challenge received by the Wallabies. What a moment for Tamaiti Williams, the man raised in Perth, moved back to New Zealand in 2016, and to face James Slipper and Australia here tonight in Bledisloe 2. A second start in the Wallabies number 10 jersey tonight. Batain Edmed preferred ahead of James O'Connor. He played for North Harbour last year in the NPC, and tonight he pulls the strings for the Wallabies against the All Blacks for the first time. Well, injury to Beauden Barrett has opened the door for Damian McKenzie once more to make his second start of the season tonight in his 70th Test match. Well, that has been locked up this year again by the All Blacks, but still so much riding on tonight's Test match. Our referee tonight is Matthew Carley of England, his first time in charge of a Bledisloe Cup match. Carl Dixon of England, Orno Pereira of South Africa, his assistants. Andrew Jackson of England is the TMO. Damian McKenzie with the ball for the All Blacks. Bledisloe 2, and the final round of the Rugby Championship is underway here in Perth. And down inside of the 22 for the Wallabies. They look to set up for an exit through Jake Gordon. Away for the captain, and Harry Wilson carts it forward.
Use it!
Just offering some support, Alan Alalator, as Gordon sends it downfield, and he'll find touch around 12 metres inside the Wallabies half.
That's good territory for the All Blacks. They now get a chance to launch from line out.
Just quickly, conditions have really improved over the last 20 minutes. No rain to speak of right now.
Taylor sends in one by the captain, Scott Barrett. Xavier away for Taylor again. Now Geordie Barrett drops it off to Quinthu Bayer. Starting for the first time at 13 for the All Blacks. In the midfield tonight, back it goes as Parker will clean up. Quick hands from Jordan to Whanga Nuku. Making his first start for the All Blacks since the 2023 Rugby World Cup quarter-final. Now Xavier carries it forward, 8 metres inside Australia's half. McKenzie for a man in his first start for the All Blacks tonight. Peter Luckeye in the 8 jersey.
Competition's there, he's in the ruck.
Trying to get over the ball and winning the ball too. We knew he was going to be a menace tonight. And Will Skelton,
I'm reversing that penalty. You saw what he done. Move him away.
already making his presence felt.
Take him away. He pushed him in the face. Unnecessary. 5, come here.
And I think he may have reversed the penalty here, Justin.
Stop and come over here with me. No, I don't need you guys. I don't need you. I don't need you either. Scott, you need to control your players. Really good. Contest over the ball. You won the penalty, but your reaction was unnecessary. I'm reversing it. Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, well, there you have it. He's laid down the law early. There's Matthew Carley. Skelton was a menace. Look at him.
Tamaiti.
Big body. He wants to get involved. Gets over top of the ball, wins the penalty, then has a bit of a push in the face of Cam Roygaard.
Follow me like that again. I'll reverse it again. Okay?
Now he's just given
Kick a goal.
Cody Taylor a warning as well.
Well, if you wondered whether there was any feeling in this test match, I think we found out in the first minute and a half. And the fact that both teams stepping up to the plate. And Will Skelton is a player everyone had talked about during this week coming into this test match, Justin. And he's made his presence felt early on.
He has, but then that ill-discipline. This has given the opportunity for the All Blacks to strike early. Unnecessary, and it was a problem for them at Eden Park. And early in this test match, it could cost them 3.
Around 47 metres out for Damien McKenzie. For the opening points of Bledisloe 2, it's on its way. And it's away. So the early miss from McKenzie, but already the feeling that we expected in this return Bledisloe test.
Play on.
Wallabies take it quickly. For Gordon again, slipper out the back for Edmed. Skelton puts his head down. 2 metres 03 of him, 135 kilos as Hooper takes a carry for the Wallabies. Edmed again, looking for the player on the inside, and Alalatoa. The All Blacks will try and blow through on it, but it's still there for the Wallabies. As Nick Frost just offers some security for his halfback. And Gordon, in his 32nd test match tonight, sends it high. And well done by Damien McKenzie. Just on the halfway line as Roygaard clears away for his captain. Little short pass and just losing the ball trying to take it was Whanga Nuku off of Parker. So a knock-on advantage for the Wallabies. As Skelton, now the All Blacks put a hit in on him through to Mighty Williams. Gordon clears away Edmed, little short pass, backdoor play again, slipper, wide pass, Soaleki over to the wing of Filippo Dongunu, who can't get around Carter. Leroy Carter, good front on contact from the All Blacks winger as Hooper, well, Carter inside of New Zealand's half. Physical start to this game as, oh, a lovely little trick pass out the back, and it works out for the Wallabies, and Wilson, who's streaking down the left wing side. Dongunu up inside of the 22, go Australia. As Zikito, and the Wallabies have a penalty advantage. The All Blacks caught offside. Well, it comes for Fraser McRae. Still playing a penalty advantage here so they can chance the arm as Jorgensen can't get around the tackle of Quinn Tupaia. Now Wilson again playing out the back door, the Wallabies, and it's working out as they try and make some inroads again. Long advantage again. Gordon now off the Ikitau pass. And nothing will come of that. There's a knock on. But he was playing an advantage offside against the All Blacks.
Impressive ball movement from Australia.
Number 7.
Even right back to the 22 where Potter took the quick tap over the line, and then from there just an ability to want to move the ball pre and post contact. They found some space for Harry Wilson and Dongunu, looking very dangerous with their ball handling tonight. The skill set is high.
Just that willingness to give an extra pass, just to keep the ball alive before contact. Here was where it broke down, but just that skill to hit it onto Harry Wilson. He loves a dummy on the inside. Here it is, shows it, then back to the outside. Just little things, the show of the ball, they've come to play, and they've started really well in this last period of play. Here was the advantage. Just look at this, ball alive, keeping alive. Look at the All Blacks defence, stationary, not coming forward. Good threats, it's nicely done.
Handy possession for Tyne Edmed, flags up in Perth. And after absorbing some early pressure from the All Blacks, it's the Wallabies who strike first in Bledisloe 2. Started against Argentina, this man in Sydney last month. And trusted tonight with the first 5/8 jersey. Australia looking dangerous on attack early. Just gets away from Frost. The All Blacks will come through in the form of Fabian Holland. And they've got a penalty advantage here too. Peter Lakai, ball goes behind him. So the All Blacks now just outside of the 22, immediately with a chance to respond.
Well, they worked hard for their points, Australia. But off kick-off, just a fundamental error again. The timing was off and Frost couldn't handle it. And it's just piggybacked the All Blacks back into their danger zone. Need to get those small things right. They make a big difference in test matches where the teams are hardly separated by anything. These things going wrong can be costly.
Really controllable part of the game are the kickoffs, but also controllable whether you take points. The All Blacks have turned down the chance for 3. They are chasing more.
Well, they have scored 14 tries from line-out in the Rugby Championship this year. The All Blacks, Roigard comes off with Tupaia, crashing inside the 5-metre zone. Quinn Tupaia close. Carter's there. He'll look for a pick. He'll reach. Carley's there. He wants the try.
Well, they're going to check it. Just to see that Leroy Carter got the grounding. It looked good from first glance. The All Blacks shifted it. Cam Roigard, so dangerous, takes steps. Look at the run from Tupaia. So strong. Gets caught just short, but Leroy Carter was right on his hip. Scoops it up. Has to get through McRide, and you'd think he's got that down all day.
Yeah, standing leg drive. Just watch the first point of contact here. He doesn't quit on this. He stays, and then he goes again. Just look, I'm going to drive forward. I'm going to try and reach out. There's the ball hitting the ground, the turf. That worked from Tupaia, though, as he backed into contact, drove through, did beautifully well.
Mackenzie converts the try to Leroy Carter, scored one last week. He certainly does not mind getting involved off of his wing. And again, a sign of the physicality of Leroy Carter. Lining this up is Jordie Barrett for the All Blacks. Takes it outside of the 22, Roigard. Plays away for Tamati Williams, short pass to Scott Barrett. All Blacks cleaners arrive, back it comes. And Bowden, Barrett sends it skyward. Easy enough in the end for the Wallabies. And Joseph Suali'i to bring it forward 10 metres inside New Zealand's territory. Wilson out the back for Edmed. Again, another good tackle from Quinn Tupaia.
Never on the ball, never lifting the ball.
The All Blacks penalised again.
See 2 hands and a lift.
At
never
the breakdown.
In control of your body weight.
But again, there's good intent from the Wallabies to shift the ball. It's Tamati Williams he's got. You heard him quite clearly.
Kick it, goal.
Matthew Carley, he felt that Tamati Williams was never on the ball, which meant that he was using...
It's got to be a clear lift while in control of your body weight. You have one hand, then the other, then you fell over, okay?
Best he explain it rather than me, which we just heard. You can see there, yes, he wasn't on the ball initially, so straight away he's illegal. Wallabies a chance to get 3 back.
Well, so much talk and chat after last weekend about adapting. Both teams are adapting to the referee. Well, Matthew Carley is as clear as and concise as he is there. There are no excuses for the teams not to adapt and change their behaviours.
.48 out for Tane Edmed to close the gap to 1. It's a lovely strike. It's on target. Crowd will tell you. Second penalty goal for the Wallabies and Tane Edmed. And 10 gone in Perth. It's 7-6. Mackenzie again over to that left wing side. Dongunu takes it this time. Wilson takes it forward for Australia. Just outside of the 22 for Gordon again. Gordon sends this one high. Not a great deal of distance on the clearing kick, but it works out for the Wallabies and Hooper. Fraser McRae plays it up for Skelton. Going to use all 135 kilos of him. He's come back from La Rochelle. Edmed away for Jorgensen, putting some footwork on. Good tackle though made by Lester Whanganuku on the Wallabies fullback. Ikitau, good pass along to Hooper again, trying to get over the ball. Told to leave though Cody Taylor. In no uncertain terms, Ikitau plays it across. The wide pass, Jorgensen breaks through. Looking to link up on the outside. Brilliant play from Australia again as McCreight lays it back for Gordon. Now Pollard. 30 metres out here, the Wallabies through their captain Wilson. He runs into some staunch defence from Holland. And Lakai, quick hands again. Australia and Dungunu trying to get on the outside. McCreight, back in field, Potter stepping. Harry Potter still going, licking up Skelton. Cut down, just short slipper. Just short Australia. Ikitau screaming for the ball.
Short again.
Pollard has his hands on it. Alala tore up. He'll be hard to stop. Try awarded. Australia hit the lead in Perth.
Oh man, you won't see many better than that. It was outstanding. The ball movement, the ability to get outside defenders by shifting it to players in space.
TMO check.
We've got a TMO check coming.
You grounded it. Jacko, what are you going to show us?
Matthew, I'm going to show you a croc roll by Australia 6.
Okay.
So looking at the actions of Tom Hooper here. It's on Geordie Barrett.
Oh, he's just got him by the collar. That's not a croc roll. That's not. He's not got his arm around his neck.
And he hasn't twisted for me either, Justin.
No.
He hasn't like rolled him around. He's actually just tried to drive him backwards.
He enters that ruck on the hips and then slides down to the leg. And then as he drives through, he falls onto the limb. Do we agree?
I agree.
Jacko, do we agree?
I agree on that, yes.
You agree with the facts?
Yeah.
So for me, it's not always illegal, but it meets the yellow card threshold and it will go to the bunker for an off-field review.
Oh, wow.
I
Agree?
Huge moment in Bledisloe 2. Australia are going to lose Tom Hooper to the bin and an off-field review.
Look, I just simply can't agree with that. I thought we were somehow extricating this out of our game. There's no way that he could control the motions and did that on purpose. It was just more clumsy than anything else. Look, if they're going to interfere and penalise it. But a yellow card, I just can't see any intent there whatsoever. It's just unfortunate the way that Geordie Barrett's landed and the way that he's landed his body weight on that leg. It's not on purpose. Come on.
So the All Blacks off the hook. What would have been the second try to Alan Alaalatoa's career, scratched out. And Australia playing with 14 as the man in his 50th test tonight for the All Blacks. Jordan sends it down inside of the 22. Now Jorgensen weighs up his option, sends a long kick down inside the All Blacks red zone where it's fielded by McKenzie. He's calling for the high ball for Geordie Barrett to chase through on. Goes up, just coming forward off the fingertips of Barrett. No advantage will come for Australia. Well, they will have a scrum just inside the All Blacks half.
Well, it's the first scrum of the test match. Now, obviously, it'll tactically change the way Australia are playing, complimenting them on how dangerous they were throughout that whole period when they were disallowed the try. But now being down a man, it'll have to tactically make them change and probably play a bit more territory, see a bit more kick strategy come in. Looks like Skelton is leaving the field, Jeff, for something.
I'm anticipating an HIA, so that's significant as well as you come into this first scrum. So it's Jimmy Williams who comes on as they're down to 14 men. Tactically, what do the Wallabies do? This would be huge in terms of the context of the test match for a Wallabies team and Wallabies fan base if Skelton isn't able to return.
Here's the mark, guys. Here we are. Australia.
Well, so much talk about the inclusion of that man, Will Skelton, as
the
Western Force captain. Jeremy Williams comes on in the number 19 jersey. Filippo Dungunu is going to pack down on the open side of the scrum for Australia.
Bind!
Gordon, stable platform it is too. As Ikital foresaw a good tackle on him. Copybook from Barrett. Edmed takes it to the line. Tane Edmed tries to put a fend on Ari Salvia. Though for Alalatoa. There comes Edmed again. Little short ball as Frost is taken front on by big Simon Parker. Slipper. Good low dive on him by Fabian Holland. Edmed again trying to cut a path through the All Blacks defence. Wilson taken down 10 metres inside New Zealand's half. And a penalty advantage here as Edmed plays the ball back on the inside to Pollard. None will come. And that one against the All Black captain for not rolling Scott Barrett.
Fair play to Australia.
Two breakdowns before we're on the limit as well. Let's not go in when the player hasn't moved yet.
Explanation as to why the penalty was awarded, and just letting Scott Barrett know that two previous rucks were a bit dodgy as well, so they need better discipline there, the All Blacks. But yeah, I was about to say, they didn't go to kick strategy. They have not backed off on their relentless attack and ball movement. Australia looking super dangerous.
The decision making for me of Edmed's been really, really good. He hasn't forced the pass, he's been prepared to carry himself. And what the referee's talking about there is the All Blacks players going on the ball before the tackler, and that's Scott Barrett there, is out of the way of the cleaners. So once again, clear picture, adapt to the referee. Australia, down one man, have still got an opportunity to get back in front.
Edmed sweetly struck again. The man in just his 5th Test match for Australia puts the Wallabies in front with 14 men on the park.
Repeat that. Degree of danger is not high, so remain the yellow card. Okay. No, the outcome from the bunker, it will remain a yellow card. The degree of danger is not high. Okay, thank you. It will remain a yellow card.
There you go. So Australia will be restored to the full complement with Tom Hooper.
Harry, happy?
That will remain a yellow card. In the meantime, they've fashioned a 9-7 lead as McKenzie gets it going again. Frost. There comes again, Edmed slipper for Ikital, running onto it strongly. Soali'i gets through the attempt of Lester Whanganukuk. Gordon thought about going open, goes down the short side. Edmed, good front on tackle. 10 on 10 from Damien McKenzie. Williams lining up for some work. The stadium he knows all too well in Force colours, blowing through the All Blacks. Good counter ruck.
Both sides of the
chat.
Use it!
From both
Play
teams.
the ball now.
As Gordon goes skyward again. This time it's come backwards. Knock on off of the All Blacks.
Just the knock on.
So unable to field the high ball as Edmed sends it across. The kick pass to the wing of Dalgunu.
Okay.
It doesn't quite come off for the Wallabies.
He started well. Tane Edmed, he's orchestrating this attack. Yes, he gets a shot put on him there by Damien McKenzie, but the cross kick was on, just didn't quite get the execution, but he's seeing things out there and finding space, the Wallabies.
Cody Taylor, the short line out, it comes forward off of Fabian Holland into the hands of the Wallabies. So the All Blacks will try and come through. And in fact, again,
entry.
Scott Barrett's been penalised this time for coming in the side.
He knew it as well, Scott Barrett. He was in the side and he was off his feet as well, so double whammy really, and you could just see by the expression on his face that he knew that he'd got it wrong big time. Concedes the penalty.
Right, let's play then.
Yeah, the Wallabies clearly
behind that, please.
Got an intent about the way they want to play, and just watch them as they're starting to really flood a number of channels. They're putting extra men out on the outside and managing to find a way to get there. Yeah, there might not be running space. There's the discipline for Barrett just going off his feet again, coming to the side.
New Zealand, look at the AR.
Australia are looking really strong in terms of their tactical awareness. And you talk about Ed Gordon's kicking's been good. It's been in a contestable zone. They are playing well.
Well, they've got 76% possession, nearly into the full quarter of this game. The All Blacks have had no ball.
Billy Pollard sends in for his captain Wilson, and not straight is the call. So a chance to set up some attack. And the All Blacks 22 goes begging.
It's not a free kick, it's a scrum or a line out. Scrum or line out, guys. Scott? Scrum or line out? No, it's World Rugby, not Super Rugby. Yeah? Yeah. Scrum or line out. No.
Just a bit of an explanation from Matthew Carley as to what the options are for the All Blacks.
There was a bit going on there, wasn't there? Everybody was all confused, even the Wallabies who had gone back 10, but it is a scrum. It is international rugby laws, not Super Rugby laws, where it would be a free kick to keep the game flowing. We're still under that international law book. So the not straight, which was a clear not straight, the All Blacks have opted for the scrum rather than the line out.
Like most things, World Rugby will get there eventually. The players clearly want to.
You think?
They want to play on. Crouch! There's some front rowers in the world going, come on now. I haven't seen enough scrums yet.
Tamati Williams on the loose head side. The All Blacks looking to play for a penalty. Lakai picks it up and carts it forward. They've got an advantage. New Zealand.
Pulled out on retreat.
That was smart. It was good captaincy from Scott Barrett. They opted for the scrum, the All Blacks, knowing that the Australian scrum is depowered, being down a man with Hooper still in the sin bin. And they just flexed their muscles and have managed to get an easy exit with a great scrum. Look at that power.
Thank you.
It'll be interesting to see the philosophy here of the All Blacks still in their own side, their own half. They're prepared to play a few phases, as the Wallabies have in this first half.
Cody Taylor goes down the back. There it is for Simon Parker. Good grab from the Chiefs back rower. And looking to get a march going here. The All Blacks. Cam Roigard willing them forward. And Cody Taylor in his 103rd Test match tonight. Ball's out. Dungunu ragdolls Cam Roigard. Now Carter looking for more work. The opening try scorer for the All Blacks. Now Jordy Barrett delays it slightly for Tupaia. Will Jordan looking to inject himself into the line. Takes play just shy of the 22. Therefore, Whanganuku so hard to bring down. Away it comes again in centre field. Carter's there. Lays it off. Ferrari Savia. Options over on this right-hand side. Quick hands for the All Blacks. It goes to ground. I think there might be a knock-on in there from the Wallabies. There is two. Matthew Carley playing an advantage. None will come. Just a sign there, Justin Marshall, of the potency of this All Blacks attack.
Oh, it was really good from Quinn Tupaia in that 13 jersey. Didn't go too far here. Check him out. Goes. Bang, delivers now. Enough to hold Suaalii. Gives that half break to Will Jordan. Excellent work from the new centre for the All Blacks. Whanganuku, look at his power. Gets rid of one, spins. And then they managed to create. Leroy Carter came from the other side. But what a great read and a necessary read from Dungunu. He came in, spot tackled when the All Blacks had two players free outside him.
I want to see a clear lift whilst you're in control, and then I'll
That's something the Wallabies weren't doing at Eden Park. On the outside, Justin was coming up and spotting the ball area. They were just watching the All Blacks run at them, as they did on this left-hand side.
I've got to be somewhere I can be consistent, yeah?
Let Will Jordan running onto the ball with speed and pace. But Dungunu coming in just stopped the play, and it was necessary. You're 100% right. So
we're out.
It's as though it's become a Wallaby scrum. Picked up a knock-on from the All Blacks.
Let me do the scrum contest first.
Yeah, I think it was.
Just make sure you line up here, or you go back 5.
It had to be the ball carrier that Dungunu came in and hit. I thought he definitely lost the ball forward. The All Black player. I think it might have been Cody Taylor, but yeah, they've got it right.
What the Wallabies do need to do here is they need to steal up at scrum time. You watch this All Black forward pack on what just happened in their own 22. Come hard at the scrum.
Harry Wilson needs it at his feet real quick, and he needs to bounce out of that scrum.
Well, Wallabies scrum has been a revelation in the Rugby Championship this year. 100%.
Hold back. Thank you.
And largely due to the work of Mike Cron in his final test with the Wallabies tonight as Jorgensen takes off. Again, another copybook tackle. It was from Tupaia, and they win the ball. Straight off the feet, Australia.
You're off your feet, get up.
Some excellent work tonight from the All Blacks in the wide channels defensively.
Oh, again, though, the mindset of Australia from inside their own 22 with 14 men prepared to shift. Tupaia did well. He gave the space he had to because the All Blacks sit players back expecting kick. And so he had to hold and push, and then he showed good speed to make a perfect legs tackle and got back to his feet. Watch the work rate after making the tackle of Quinn Tupaia. I've got him. Bang. Back on my feet. Whainuku with him. Forces the error.
Tom Hooper back on the field for the Wallabies, back to 15.
Taylor, and it goes again. Contest for the ball. It's come forward. It's another one for the All Blacks. It goes the way of Australia at line-out time. Ikitau
Is over.
will put his left foot to it.
Okay, not advantage over, no. My error, advantage was never over because they took it back and then kicked it out. We'll come back for the scrum.
It's good refereeing. It really is. There's this tendency when you've actually won an advantage for the referees to be compulsively, if you kick the ball away, that's advantage over. That wasn't a great kick from Ikitau. They didn't really get any advantage from the line-out pressure. He's taken it back to source. Well done.
The All Blacks have struggled early on in this game at line-out time. There's been a couple that just communication hasn't quite been there, and you wonder the late withdrawal of Tupaia, the impact that has had in terms of their structures, in terms of their calling, and some of their execution has just been off to start this game. It's well and truly on the balance at 9-7, but the Wallabies have looked good. The All Blacks just haven't managed to build phases.
There's Fabian Holland, a very late addition this week for Tupaia. Ruled out tonight, the free kick Australia here.
Control.
Well, Fletcher Newell back in the All Blacks front row here in Perth. Tyrell Lomax, of course. Unfortunate thumb injury. So, a couple of front rowers tonight. Ethan de Groot as well, of course. Up it goes. All Blacks looking to field once more. Look to have come forward. Carly says not clear and obvious, so they do have possession just on their side of halfway. Roigard. That comes from McKenzie. Bit of pressure coming through from Frost, looking to charge that ball down. Right there is Jordan, but so too Filipo Daugunu, who takes a good catch for the Wallabies. 10 metres inside of their half. Gordon. That comes for James Slipper.
Thank you, Scott.
Man playing the All Blacks for the 36th time tonight. Away it goes Daugunu again. This time they shoot up quickly in the form of Jordan. To shut down
Tackler not rolling.
the Wallabies attack, but another advantage here. Gordon tries a little trick kick over the top.
Clearly the tackler on the wrong side, then a player goes in and jackals.
Well, they've been told about that, the All Blacks. There's no doubt that Quinn Tupaia was legal. He was on his feet and he was quite possibly on the ball. But the problem, as we heard earlier, and as you pointed out, Jeff, is the tackler player is affecting the Wallabies to clear effectively when they've got a ball carrier in there by not rolling away. So it's not Tupaia's problem, it's the tackler not getting out of the zone.
I've been keeping an eye on the Wallabies bench and the Wallabies tunnel just to see whether there's any sign of Will Skelton, and there isn't to date. It's been a while now, so those will be concerning signs. There's the player. Will Jordan's the tackler. He needs to be out of the way before Quinn Tupaia get in on that ball. Discipline both teams, hurting themselves.
First start at 13 for the All Blacks, just his first in first-class rugby since 2023. At 13, Quinn Tupaia for Waikato as the Wallabies win the ball at line-out time and look to strike again and set the play in centre field through McCright. And Pollard. They're going to try and get over the ball, the All Blacks, but the cleaners arriving for the Wallabies. Good take. Harry Potter, he puts a kick through. Potter chasing, so too Jorgensen. It's going to go too far. But The Wallabies, having been reduced to 14 for a time, playing with so much confidence.
22 or just outside the 22 for a scrum.
7 tries for Harry Potter for the Force this season. And Super Rugby. And what a 27 minutes this young man has had in the 10 jersey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Justin, they've done a really good job of reading how to get that ball over the top, that bridge pass when the outside defender for the All Blacks has come up quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just think the depth of Tane Edmed is helping that. The ability that he's not getting spooked by defenders. He's able to buy his time and look and see where the space is and what type of pass is required to get the ball into that space. He really is orchestrating this attack really well from that 10 jersey, Tane Edmed.
Bind! Set!
Roigard fades, screwing round. There's a penalty advantage. Luckeye plays it away. Now Roigard darts down the short side for the All Blacks. They're going to try and play him in a touch here at the Wallabies. Luckey's there though to clean up. And a good aggressive carry by the 8.
No!
That comes away McKenzie, or ball left behind from Barrett. Backwards the call though, so McKenzie takes them on. He won't get past Frost. Taylor for Will Jordan, second receiver. Now Geordie Barrett threads the ball through, looking to pick it up. Another little kick from Barrett. The advantage was over, said Carly. And so the Wallabies will come away with possession. Edmed looks to play a kick pass across to Dalgunu.
Yeah, he's not picked it up, but he's been informed by one of his ARs or TMO. When it goes here from Potter forward, and then that player's in front, Hooper. So just accidental offside.
Yeah, I felt the tight head went forward and your number 1 stepped out. I was on that side, that was my picture.
Now the All Blacks just starting to show some dominance at scrum time to Mighty Williams on this left-hand side.
Good, James? All right.
He's doing a real number at the moment. It's about stepping up to the mark.
On your own player. Yeah. Who needs enemies?
I just feel that the All Blacks need some possession. Australia's had 65% of possession, but believe this or not, 30 minutes into this test match, the Wallabies have only had to make 18 tackles. 18 to the All Blacks 52.
That's remarkable,
isn't it? It just goes to show you how much ball they've had compared to the All Blacks. So from this zone here, they just need to piece some phases together and try fatigue Australia into doing some tackling.
There's the Whanganukuk tucked in beside Damien McKenzie, just off this scrum for the All Blacks. Stable again, told to use. Roigard does. And a flat ball away, there he is. Whanganukuk, big contact coming in. Soalei looks to get a knee to ground, does too. So the Wallabies will have to release. And it's there for the All Blacks in good field position.
Yes.
Roigard, little snipe. A trademark run by the All Black halfback. Over the ball, the Wallabies, and they win the penalty. Big play.
Yeah, he's going to get 1 or 2, Fraser McWright, because he's that good. The problem with Roigard's movements there was that it was very lateral, so he couldn't get any latches or cleaners onto him when he went to ground, and Fraser McWright was just tracking him on the inside, and when he got that opportunity to pounce, got himself in a good position, and yep, he's just that good that you just can't keep him out of the game.
You just mentioned whether the All Blacks could build phases, play with the ball. They haven't managed to get through them. What's the shot here? That's good tackle technique.
Go to the line, guys, go to the line.
It's a good collision, but the contest is really important in terms of that physical presence in there. It's so important when you snipe as a 9, players react and react quickly, because a player like McWright will read it and read it beautifully like he did there.
The Wallabies, this time it's come on the side of the All Blacks. Holland getting in there. Now they come away through Savia. Barrett puts another little grubber along the ground. Barrett chasing. They're going to try and sit up. Potter's there. The All Blacks kick through. Tupaia chasing. Quinn Tupaia!
I don't think so. It's a knock on from Jordie Barrett.
Agree. It'll come back.
Yeah.
Quinn Tupaia likes it, but we'll see what referee Matthew Carley thinks.
Okay, hang on.
It might have come off his head.
Decision is a try.
Could be off Jordie Barrett's
Can we
head.
just check to see what happened with that bobbling ball? On-field decision is a try.
Yeah, on-field decision try, checking for possible
He
knock-on.
certainly had his hands out in front of him, Jordie Barrett.
That's a Falcon.
That's come straight off the head of Jordie Barrett.
It has. That
He's
is
the furthest forward player as well.
incredible.
The ball is bobbled by Gold, hits Black 12 in the face, and goes forward, so that is not a knock-on. He is the furthest forward Black player, so no one is offside. They pick up, play, and score.
Correct. Try is
So
good.
we award the try.
Correct.
Second try for the All Blacks. And what a moment for Quinn Tupaia. The last time he was in Australia, his Test career was put on hold for nearly 3 years after a serious knee injury. And well, it's a strange way to score one, Justin, but this counts.
It is. It looked like, for all money. You see there his hands are out in front of him, but it's missed everything and hit him basically on the forehead. And the resilience and speed of Quinn Tupaia just never gave up to finish it off. Outstanding.
Big miss from Damien McKenzie in terms of that conversion. Very easy one that he has hit off to the right-hand side. So they don't get full value for the fortunate try.
Great chase, Quinn Tupaia. The start tonight defensively, he's been very good. And the second try for the All Blacks, away though from McKenzie. So it's 12-9. And oh, that's not the way to restart, although the flag is up on the far side. All Blacks were arguing the toss, said it was on the full.
Yeah, it looks like it's been checked and it has hit the line by the sound of it, so they've eventually got that right. So an error by the Wallabies off kickoff gives the All Blacks another opportunity from midfield.
You get the sense that's almost a little bit deflating for the Wallabies, just that moment right there. There was a few of those at Eden Park last week where they could have controlled it. Here it is, and Leroy Carter just leaves this. I get the sense it hits the line, yeah, right on that sideline. But you can see them wandering back, the Australians, the fact that they've worked so hard. They've played most of the rugby, and now they're behind on the scoreboard with the All Blacks a prime attacking opportunity.
And then you can move, okay? Nice and patient.
Three-point advantage for the All Blacks, 6 to play until half-time. Joe Schmidt in his 100th representative game tonight, 99th Test match.
Crouch!
Good coach Ireland back in 2015 against the Barbarians team. So that milestone coming later this year. Now the All Blacks looking to close out the half. Through Roigard off the scrum. Now Jordan back to Roigard in field. Gets past the first tackle. Dongunu just outside of the 22. And now they look to strike again. Moving it away. Tamati Williams can't hold it. The Wallabies will come through, but it's a penalty for the All Blacks. Australia offside. As Jordan takes it quickly. Away for Tupaia again. Quinn Tupaia, the fin! Tupaia's in! Quinn Tupaia goes bang, bang! And the All Blacks strike again before half-time.
Oh, they certainly do. Will Jordan got to the mark really quickly, took the quick tap, and everybody had momentum onto the ball. He had runners coming with him. The All Blacks were all in sync. Quinn Tupaia hit it at pace off Will Jordan. He had too much speed and power. There's Jordan, bang, on the mark. Players have got momentum. He's got players outside him as well that are in space, and he does it all himself. Quinn Tupaia, outstanding.
Yes, it's beautifully done. Just watch here on the angle, then the fin right in the chest. Hooper not low enough. The cover tackle not there. And his second try for the evening. And he celebrates with his teammates. Welcome back in the All Black jersey, Quinn Tupaia. It's been off the bench. What a start you've had in the first 35 here in Perth.
McKenzie this time is off the uprights for Damien McKenzie. But the 23rd try of Quinn Tupaia's career, first start in the All Black 13 jersey, and bringing up his brace just before half-time in Perth.
Well, it's a sign of a good side. It's had no ball, but can go bang, bang in quick succession when you haven't been in the game.
Holland takes it for the All Blacks. Australia trying to get over the ball there for Roygaard. And Savia just offers a bit of security at the back. Now Roygaard sends it high. Some distance on it too. The chasers will come through. Geordie Barrett's there. So too Carter. Going to clean through on the balls there. Brilliant work from Leroy Carter.
Take him back.
Outstanding work off of his wing once more. Whanganuku was lined up by McCray, gets round him. Lester Whanganuku getting his power game going, looking to link up with Will Jordan. Just couldn't find the fullback. So Australia won't get a chance to play the advantage from the knock on. But all of a sudden, just down from half time, the game has opened up.
Well, they've just got some tempo into their game now, the All Blacks.
Line out. Okay, black on the
really
line,
starting to cause some problems for the Australians as they're punching onto the ball. Lester Whanganuku is so dangerous.
Number six, All Black 6, come on. Thank you.
Down the back it goes, Scott Barrett trying to compete. It's won though by Frost and the Wallabies through Ikitau. At the back for Potter, finds Jorgensen trying to get on the outside of Carter Dongunu. Good tackle, McKenzie chasing back.
No.
Asking the question, Will Jordan looking for a jackal there though for Slipper. Australia dearly loves some points as Tane Edmed just took a little look up, puts it down.
Ruck formed, knock on though.
And frustration
Good
for the
contact,
Wallabies.
Lots of players falling out the sides and very
And again,
dynamic.
it's just really good. Into the midfield, Ikitau out the back, the shift on from Potter to Jorgensen. He did well, Leroy Carter, he'd bitten in, but he then got back and recovered with the speed to make that all-important tackle on Dongunu.
If I don't get you first.
And Edmed probably
Let's go.
his first error with ball in hand and one off kickoff, but otherwise it's been pretty good.
On the bye.
Yeah, these are critical moments in this test match just before half-time. The All Blacks, they're in control on the scoreboard. They've left some points out there in regards to shots at goal. And the Wallabies, so often behind in games, they're behind in another test match. They will not want to concede any more points in the next 40 seconds.
Set! Use it. 9.
Stable for Roygaard and the All Blacks. Halfback sends it inside of the Wallabies 22. Jorgensen will play it back, looking for the distance on his kick. And it will be a line out. And 4 metres inside Australia's half.
Oh, Dag. Come on. You're doing a big walk across. Stay out. I'll bring them up. In you come, guys. Stay there, 19.
And it goes again, having to do some real work, Holland, to get that back on the side of New Zealand. The hooter has sounded. Richard Newell putting his hand up, one off the ruck. And a carry for the All Black tight head, Whanganuku.
14, you're off your feet.
Look to clear the ball away to Mighty Williams. And New Zealand content to play.
Not now, you're off feet.
Roygaard looks away to the right, Parker taking in the tackle of Hooper. Tupaia goes into clean. As Luckeye thought about the pass, takes contact.
Nothing formed.
There he goes. Now McKenzie sniping down the blind again. Jordan is well taken care of. 12 metres inside Australia's half. Luckeye again out the back as Geordie Barrett plays it off for Quinn Tupaia. Ball knocked loose by Joseph Suaalii, puts a kick through. And Leroy Carter is back there for the All Blacks and says, that'll do. Half-time here at Optus Stadium in Perth. It's the All Blacks who lead by 17 points to 9 over Australia. So the All Blacks and the Wallabies back out on Optus Stadium. The All Blacks have scored 3 tries, a brace to Quintu Paia. To start the test to Leroy Carter, and 9 points off the boot of Tane Edmed for the Wallabies. And this is how it stands at the moment. The live ladder, the All Blacks would go out to 19 points ahead of South Africa and put the pressure on the Springboks to win that test in London. Final 40 minutes in Test rugby for James Slipper as the rain once more starts to fall here in Perth.
Make your own good choices and bring me into it. Just discuss that.
Certainly plenty of chat in that first half from Matthew Carley.
Are we good to go, Carl? Okay.
Some final thoughts for the All Blacks. 2 misses off the tee for McKenzie. Plenty of momentum.
Obviously not.
To end the first half for New Zealand.
Scott, happy? You happy? Yep. Time on.
And Tane Edmed gets the second half underway. And climbing high, the All Blacks through Jordie Barrett. Lays it back. Support arriving. Roygard will send it into touch, just shy of the halfway line.
Now, if you just tuned in and you're wondering why there's no Will Skelton for the Wallabies, he failed his HIA early in the first 40 minutes. He will not return.
So the Wallabies miss the line out at the back. The All Blacks have it. Parker away for Barrett. And he's well and truly taken care of on the halfway line. The All Blacks second 5-8. Now Quintu Paia puts a kick through this time. Plenty of time for Jorgensen to send his kick downfield. Won't find the touch. So it's swung away into centre field for Leroy Carter. They try and find a seam in this Wallabies defence. Roygard looks away left. Parker out the back for McKenzie. This time he puts a kick through for Will Jordan chasing. He tries to grab the jersey of Jorgensen. And the fullback takes it 10 away from halfway. As Wilson with a strong carry forward again. There comes Ikitau. And the Wallabies looking to stretch the ball wide for Joseph Suaalii. Gets past the first, not the second. And the All Black captain, as Edmed just to dance his way around. Leroy Carter, he's been busy. The All Black right winger. Nothing not to clear. Gordon getting a carry from Wilson. Ikitau, first receiver. Where comes Williams, swung out the back again. McBride looking to link up, only finds Taylor, who gets the ball back from Whanganuku. Cody Taylor wrestled to ground by Max Jorgensen. Now McKenzie, All Blacks looking to stretch the Wallabies wide here. Barrett away for Savia. Wide pass to Carter again. Tries to keep it alive, Leroy Carter. It's a pretty good job as Arnie Savia goes back to tidy up for the All Blacks. Long sequence of play. And they've gone backwards in territory here. Little short ball from Parker for Holland flying onto it. Away it comes again. Carter trying to put a fin on Harry Wilson. McBride goes low, bringing down the big frame of Holland.
Not now.
6 phases here for the All Blacks as McKenzie plays away Lakai. Does well to hold on to the ball, Peter Luckeye. Now Roygaard, the kick option, down the blind side, trying to thread it inside the 22. That's some lovely work. The deft skills of Cam Roygaard.
Well, big opening sequence, plenty of ball movement from both sides. Leroy Carter does really well to keep himself from being bundled into touch, frees the ball up, and then all finished off by a really nice kick for Cam Roygaard. Pins the Wallabies deep into their 22.
Jeff Wilson, that rain really falling now.
Yes, it is. I'm feeling all of it down here sideline, but it's certainly making conditions more and more challenging. Territory pivotal.
Frost takes it, wins the ball for the Wallabies. At line-out time, there's Hooper. And he spent 10 in the bin in that first half. Takes a carry.
No. Just free in the ball, same thing.
Gordon tries to find some distance with his clearing kick. A good one too. Remember the Wallabies without the enforcer, Will Skelton, who did not return from that HIA. Of course, Joe Schmidt does have Rob Valentini on the bench to bring it at some stage. We might have another one here too, Goldie.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice moment, and I'd imagine this is going to be pivotal around this ground, and there'll be a celebration for this man as 151st test for the Wallabies. It's been a long journey for James Slipper, but he's walking away from this game on top.
Only the third player behind Alan Wynne-Jones of Wales and Sam Whitelock to play 150 tests. And the curtain comes down on a wonderful career for James Slipper.
The ball is there, he's placing it into him.
Luckeye, short one for Quintu Paia. He's warm one there, Leonikitau, just in contact with the All Black centre, trying to play it quickly. Will Jordan, they've got a penalty advantage here. Leroy Carter, it's a bit of soap at the moment.
Yeah, I think
Come back for a high tackle. Sorry, Justin.
Yeah, he's got Len Ikitau. Looked like head-on-head to me.
Yeah, this is not going to be
Ikitau
good.
came off second best.
Yeah, but it's still not going to be good for Ikitau because he's the
we're looking
player.
at the actions of 12 gold here.
Okay. Okay, so we clearly have head contact, and the player is upright, so it meets the yellow card threshold, and it'll be sent for an off-field review. Jacko,
I
you agree with that?
Yeah,
Number 12.
Correct.
So head on head, upright, yellow card,
The
off-field
Wallabies
review.
are going to be shown another yellow card. Well, he celebrated his 27th birthday on Wednesday, Len Ikitau, but in his 48th Test match tonight here in Perth, he's going to have to spend 10 minutes in the bin.
Yep, and under the law, as it is currently, they've got that absolutely right. It's a responsibility of that tackler to drop his body height to make sure there isn't any accidental head-on-head collisions. No doubt about the fact that Len Ikitau didn't want that. He was the one who came off second best, but he's got to be better than that as the tackler, and he wasn't. And so you suffer the consequences. I think that's all it'll be. It won't go any further than that, but definitely deserved a yellow.
Scott Barrett wins the ball. Scrappy though for Cam Roygaard, who picks it up and has a go. Roygaard looking to find Barrett again.
Hold here, hold. Thank you, all onside.
Those changes for the Wallabies up front. Robertson, Daniela Tupou. As Jordan brings it back with authority, Will Jordan taken down low by Robinson and Wilson, and they're over the ball. McBride again.
You had a clear runway. 7 first on the ball and lifting.
Look, it was a really good positive run from Will Jordan. He had intent, put the hammer down and entered into that contact zone. But again, Fraser McBride just got absolutely everything perfect. There was all black clear as
I'm not going
there.
to come hard if I can't count
But he was just too accurate.
Rather than just pointing and shouting.
He was always running too fast for his support. He hit it with such speed, and then
really difficult
Yeah,
for
good
them
tackle
and for
down
me at the
low,
line out. I just
McWright
want to
has
see
just
the
read that
receiver with his,
perfectly.
at least acknowledging who it is, okay?
Spoiled for choice, Joe Schmidt. For this test match, no
Hold there,
colour to
please.
Zano tonight.
Hold there.
Such is the quality of the man on the bench, and Rob Valentini. And Fraser McWright
Come across. Come
again
across.
tonight with a
Come
big
across.
penalty for the Wallabies.
Right.
And once more, we'll have to try and find a way back into the test with 14. Wilson takes. Fabian Holland tried to compete for the All Blacks. There's Hooper, an abrasive run through Peter Lukai. So Aleti back in field. Jorgensen coming. Cleared away. There it is for Robertson. Kutupaya will drive him to ground. Players putting their hand up. Wilson, the captain. Now Edmed down the blind here. Trying to come through. The All Blacks told to leave. Fletcher Newell. And they're going to get a penalty here. The Wallabies, as Gordon goes quickly. Jake Gordon, they're going to catch the All Blacks napping inside of the 22. McWright goes again. Wallabies setting up camp in the red zone. Daniela Tupo
Backwards.
looking to lay the ball back for Dongunu, who picks and has a crack down the short side. Up over the ball, just losing his footing. Now Wilson puts a wee kick through. Harry Wilson. And Parker's there for New Zealand just as well too, to ground the ball for the goal line dropout.
Well, quick tap from Jake Gordon. He's so good with his skill set close to the line, his kicking game. Harry Wilson.
50-50.
Simon Parker, great cover defence, recognised the danger, got back and saved the day.
The yellow will remain a yellow. The degree of danger is not high. Yellow stays a
So
yellow.
once more the Wallabies. Just getting that news from Matthew Carley. The yellow will stay yellow. Here it comes for Edmed. Again, Hooper, the big man. Gordon clears it away. Billy Pollard. Taken low by Fabian Holland. Hooper again puts his hand up. Ball on the inside. For Daniela Tupo charging forward. Edmed puts a kick inside of the 22, and easy enough for Will Jordan to claim the mark, sends it as far as he can. And he'll find the safety a touch around 8 metres inside the All Black half.
Do you need a HIA? Do you need a HIA? Okay, let's carry on. Stay there on the line, guys.
Some movement on the All Blacks bench. Tuipulotu is up, stretching, jackets off. We're going to see him very, very soon.
How many? You're the receiver. Who's the receiver? 9, perfect. Stay out, please, 3.
Pollard sends in, they win the ball through Williams. Gordon for Wilson. Really getting into that work here. Pollard for Australia. Tane Edmed, they're up quickly, the All Blacks. Pressing defensively, but they've got an advantage, the Wallabies, for offside. Nothing will come of it. They were up very quickly, and so the Wallabies with a pretty handy penalty, 12 metres inside New Zealand's half.
Yeah, well, they were taking the points earlier in the test match, and Edmed's kicking very well, but I just think as the clock is ticking away on them, they just need to probably get more than accumulating in 3 now. They need to start trying to apply some of that possession and territory pressure on the All Blacks inside the All Blacks 22. A lot of the rugby they've been playing is in this zone here. Edmed does the job, he gets them into the right part of the field.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see where the impact comes, and there's a big body in Patrick Tuipulotu coming on for Fabian Holland, who came into this test match very, very late change on the Friday for Tupa Bay. It's been very good. Nice to have the sort of experience Patrick Tuipulotu to come on in a situation like this.
57th test match tonight for Patrick Tuipulotu. It's the Wallabies in in excellent field position. Going to win the ball at set piece, but Wright does that. Now Suali'i, first receiver, just trying to hold on to it. The All Blacks will come away through Tupaia. Now Carter hacks it inside Australia's half. Plenty of chasers coming through too. Led by Geordie Barrett, and Tupaia's over the ball for New Zealand. Told to let it go as Australia scramble back.
You pinned him, you pinned him.
Excellent chase by the All Blacks as Jake Gordon and the Wallabies through Daniela Tupa will just try and set up for an exit here.
No lift, hands on top of the ball.
Stefanga Nuku asking the question.
Use it!
Of referee Carly.
9!
Barrett tried to come through, but Jake Gordon does manage to clear, turning the Wallabies round, and the All Blacks with a line-out 8 inside Australia's half.
They turned down 3, Australia, but off the line-out launch they got it wrong, which allowed the All Blacks to scoop it up and peek them back again. You've got to be more accurate when you're turning down points.
Change to the Wallabies, Rob Valentini. He comes on, and they've made a change. Little row across the man who's coming off.
So the two-time John Eales medalist Rob Valentini injected in the 51-minute mark as Leroy Carter looks to inject himself once more for New Zealand.
Place the ball backwards, please, New Zealand. Enough now, you went off your feet.
Roigard, Luckeye, first receiver. Now Parker just to take them on. Suali'i's there. Australia, so too Harry Potter. As Tamati Williams from a standing start. Straight into Tom Robertson. McKenzie shapes his kick, sends it high, drifting toward the 22-metre line. Dane Edmed goes up for it. Backwards is the call. As Gordon is thumped by Artie Savia, and the ball is won. And guess who? Leroy Carter's there.
Cam. Both teams are trying to roll away. Make sure you guys aren't placing the ball into them. Okay? On the 5.
Such a massive momentum swing in this test match, where Australia just moments ago they were at the other end of the park, and then a tackle here, ball and all, takes Gordon to ground, gets back on the right side, and then bam, onto the ball. Classic Artie Savia.
How many? 7?
Carter was there too. Savia with the turnover for New Zealand. Patrick Tuipulotu wins it at the front. Roigard, flat ball away to Tupaia, gets the call from Barrett. And again they set inside of the 22, Scott Barrett this time. Now Parker thought about the inside ball for Tuipulotu, the blind side, drives it forward for the All Blacks. Now Cody Taylor gets through Suali'i. Right again, trying to get over the ball for the Jackal. And they do have the penalty. Player taken off the ball, and a bit of chat here too. Directed toward referee Matthew Carley.
Take out off the ball.
Good momentum there, the All Blacks.
Pass the ruck.
Punching onto it, Tupaia with the offload into the midfield.
Take out past the ball.
And then they went round the corner. Cody Taylor had good momentum onto it. Roigard looked to bounce down the blind side, but a clean out on a player that wasn't attached to the ruck. I think they got Tamati Williams possibly for. Yeah, there.
Yeah, it's probably fair enough
Can't
too.
do that. Definitely not. Okay, just be careful.
And then just had a few words. The referee to Tamati Williams. Conditions have certainly remained very, very average.
Williams to take, some pressure coming from Tuipulotu at line-out time. Australia have it.
Same ball.
They'll keep it moving forward. All Blacks will try and show them the far touch here. As Wilson has it inside New Zealand's half for the Wallabies. Excellent work at the drive. Daniela Tupo lays it down. Gordon goes to the right through Pollard. It's getting organised. Who wants it? It's there for Australia and Potter. Valentini gets a chance. to run on strongly for a carry. Edmed will clear it away. This time the All Blacks through Taylor coming in to make a shot.
No. Use it.
Gordon puts a kick up this time, sending it high. So Aliti there for Australia, and excellently done. Geordie Barrett has been collected too.
Put the ball down. Good.
That was great recognition from Geordie Barrett. Drop back, and he had Joseph Akuso Suaalii bearing down on him, very good in the air. It was a genuine contest, but Barrett goes up. Look at that concentration, never takes his eyes off the ball.
And then you go for it.
Gets hit, which was legally. Suaalii's got his eyes on the ball as well.
Oh, black player down.
Holds on and calls the mark. Excellent from Geordie Barrett.
Really, really good, wasn't it, Justin? Really good, because if Suaalii gets that, in all likelihood he scores. Taylor getting some treatment. Ikatel has returned. They are back to 15. They had to play 20 minutes in this test match with 14 men. Still the same score as it was at half-time. Rieko Ioane has come onto the field as well. And
are we good to go?
So it's Quintu Paia who's the man who's coming off, who's had a very, very good night in the black jersey.
That's why you get paid the big bucks.
Which makes that an interesting change.
Very interesting.
But he's definitely been the most dangerous back out there, Quintu Paia. Both sides, he's looked dangerous. And yeah, it could possibly be for injury. We just don't know. I would imagine it shouldn't be tactical because of the game that he's having.
Oh, he looks in pretty good nick to me, Marshy. He's literally meters away.
A big change for the All Blacks. Rieko Ioane on. As the ball is sent down deep from Barrett inside Australia's half. They look to bring it forward now through Dongunu. Into Savia he goes. Scott Barrett there too. Robertson into Newell. Edmed comes away. Australia through Wilson. Swung out the back. Suaalii hasn't really had an opportunity to get himself into the game on attack. Hooper taking in the tackle of Parker. Here come Australia again, trying to put a ball through Ikatel. And it's been hacked back the other way from Damien McKenzie. Now Jorgensen just inside the All Blacks half. And that one is going to dribble its way in goal. Will Jordan watching it closely.
Options.
And it will go dead.
Just inside the half, Jacko.
Yeah, well, there's Damien McKenzie off the charge down kick that Ikatel tried to put through. They got it into the midfield. And Jorgensen, he knew there was space there, but he just hit it too straight. Will Jordan showed all the patience and time to allow the All Blacks to now go all the way back to halfway from where Jorgensen tried to get the 50-22.
Change at halfback. Gordon is done. And Ryan Lonergan, who played significant minutes at Eden Park, it was very, very good for the Wallabies. He comes on as his replacement.
It's off goes Jake Gordon. An injury crisis of sorts for the Wallabies with Tate McDermott. It's withdrawal. A season-ending injury. This man comes off after 57, and then goes Ryan Lonergan in his second Test match after his debut last week.
Bang! Set!
Down it goes at the front for the All Blacks as Lakai scoops it up for Roigard. Now McKenzie. There it is, Ioane. Get through the tackle of Suaalii. Now Roigard again. Snipes off of the ruck for Scott Barrett. He's going to get over the ball, and Rob Bellatini got a good piece of it for Australia, and there's the penalty.
He probably just knocked it on as you lifted it up as well, so we'll play the penalty.
Yeah, it was just again Roigard taking steps, but the timing wasn't there that time. Players that were looking to bounce off him just didn't quite read what he was trying to do. So when he offloaded to Scott Barrett, because Scott Barrett hesitated off the Roigard run, he got slightly isolated and Valentini got over the ball.
We'll get his feet up and make sure you fight to get your hands.
Down the back and over the back it goes for Taylor, overthrown by the Wallabies. That's kicked through again. And work to do for Filippo Damgunu. He won't get around a very good tackle to Mighty Williams. Boom, goes the All Black loose head.
Not now, Black. No, you went off your feet.
For a counter right, the All Blacks led by Cody Taylor. Still there for Lonergan and the Wallabies to clear. Drifting towards this near touch, it finds it too, taken back in.
This is, for me, Justin, feels a little bit like Auckland, where the Wallabies' accuracy just hasn't been good enough. And once again, whether it's been small errors, discipline, just kicking the ball out of the full, you need to do things really well and accurately against the All Blacks if you want to taste success. And they've just fallen away. They've had small opportunities and haven't able to nail it. In the sense, the All Blacks are starting to really build some confidence, even though it hasn't resulted in points.
They've been problematic in the second half, the Wallabies, coughing the ball up a lot.
Taylor to the front, Scott Barrett back to the hooker. And Taylor's wrestled to death. Just out from the 22, the All Blacks. They can score here. Heading into the final 20 would make things really difficult for Australia. Roygard, away it goes again. McKenzie taking it to the line. Carter puts a kick through. Chasing is Jordan. And all Tane Edmed could do is ground the ball in goal. And the All Blacks will get possession back from the goal line dropout.
Change coming for the All Blacks. Coming on for Cody Taylor.
Timing must be better if
Cody Taylor has worked very hard for 60 minutes. He has been at the thick of the action in and around the breakdown.
You're close.
They tried a quick work. There's Taylor catching the ball there. The All Blacks have certainly used a lot of their big bodies, but they've stuck religiously to ball in behind.
Jordan, the Luckite to wind up. Big run forward from the 8, taken down by Williams, who does his best to clear out the back of the ruck. Now Geordie Barrett hammered in the tackle by Valentini, but they've got a penalty advantage here, New Zealand, so Jordan will take them on. Looking to link up on the outside with Savia. Taken down by Potter, good tackle by the Australian winger. And he's playing a penalty advantage. Referee Carley. Well, errors from Australia and discipline again, a high tackle.
Yeah, and it's all forms of discipline, isn't it? As Jeff alluded to before. There's another high shot. They've had a head collision. They've had yellow cards. Their line-out has equally been dysfunctional at times. They've left ball on the ground. Missed 50-22s that have gone dead. They've just... their accuracy levels have gone way, way off, which is just allowing the All Blacks to dictate this game now.
It's been a very different second half. The second 20 of the first half was very good as well. Look, it is bucketing down. Absolutely teeming down here at Optus Stadium. And it's certainly not going to get any easier to play. And if you're chasing the scoreboard in need of 5-7 points, trying to build phases, it's going to be very hard. Melissa Titi up, which is out of change, will come very soon.
38, bang in front, McKenzie guides it through for the All Blacks. And Damien McKenzie brings up 350 points in Test rugby. And it's taken 22 minutes. But those are the first points of this second half. The ball is not secured off of the restart. Flags up on the far side.
There is a little bit of breeze that's picked up as well inside the stadium, which you'd imagine with the shape of the stadium, it's going to swirl about a little bit on that kickoff. It was almost like that ball hung in the air a little bit. So just another challenge for these players to deal with.
Well, Nick White came into the Wallabies camp this week. Maybe after 2 retirements, he might be lacing the boots up again, but largely symbolic. Wanting to be here in Perth, such a huge test, and the final one for James Slipper.
Bind! Set!
So a completely new front row for Australia. Josh Nasser in the 16 jersey as Lonergan will look to get this one right.
Bind! Set!
There goes, Lonergan clears, and Australia through Ikitau. Front on Damien McKenzie, brave effort defensively as Wilson. Up by Lonergan. Robertson lays it back, looking for a big body. He finds one, Daniela Tupou. Tuipulotu coming through from the halfback there though for Australia. Quick hands again, Dongunu wrapped up by Rico Ioane. They've got a penalty advantage here Australia as Williams lays it back. Edmed, Wilson. They're queuing up here, the Wallabies, and nothing will come of this. As McWright tried to find a way through. And 16 to play. The Wallabies
Knock on for me.
with a chance to plug the corner and get themselves back into Bledisloe 2.
Well, you would have to say, in the way that the balance of the game was played out with Australia dominating possession and making the All Blacks make nearly twice as many tackles, how the All Blacks
1 and 3
have absorbed. Here's Damien McKenzie going in with the shot by Ikitau. They've absorbed well and they're making changes to freshen that up because they need to stay tough here. Jeff.
6.
Both props here, changes for the All Blacks. Both props, the Mighty Williams been very, very good. And Fitchinule as well.
And it goes Nasser, Williams the take for Australia. Another advantage here. All Blacks penalised for bringing it down. Dongunu will try and wrestle his way through. Inside the 5-metre zone, Valentini. Ikitau's going to have a pick and go. Repelled for the time being. McWright, Tupou. Nasser's going to have a crack at the line. Nasser close. Ikitau's right there for Australia.
Time off.
And Carly.
Only question I have is whether that player was part of the ruck or not.
I think the first thing you've got to ask is the first player over the line got the ball down, and then the second question is, was he part of the ruck and did he put the ball down? So I think there's 2 parts to it.
A couple of things to check here.
Jacko?
Yes.
So we have the ball on the line, so we have an on-field decision of try. We'd like to see, well, firstly, if the try was scored at the first attempt. If not, placed back, and then the next player, whether he's part of the ruck or not when he picks the ball up.
Yeah, we'll take a look for you.
No, it was way out here. You've got an advantage though.
Okay, so first and foremost though, look to see whether or not the ball is actually on the line from Nasser.
So that was short for me.
And so that's been judged to be short. So it's, I think it's Ikitau. No, yeah, it is Ikitau who. That's short. Or is it?
As a blade of yellow resin touched the Gilbert.
That's try time.
Yeah, I feel as though Ikitau's fine because his knees aren't on the ground. He's literally got hands on ball. He picks it up, then places it, pushes it onto the line. Just watch his knees for me. To me, he's playing like he's the halfback, Justin.
Absolutely.
He's playing halfback, right?
Yeah.
So he gets his hands on the ball.
So Jacko?
Yes.
We have a decision. We believe the first player is short. Ball is placed back. The furthest back player who is not bound into the ruck picks the ball up and scores. So we're going to award a try.
I agree with
Len Ikitau spent 10 minutes in the bin. He comes back and he atones big time for the Wallabies. His 7th Test try. And how important could that one be? 15 from time in Perth.
Well, they were brave, the All Blacks, because they competed. They went up, but the Wallabies got their execution right. So then they got split open with the line-out maul, illegally pulled it down, so they were always scrambling under penalty advantage. The Wallabies didn't need it. Ikitau strikes, and they're back in this contest.
Yeah, it's game on at Optus Stadium. If the conversion goes over. There's it.
Oh, Edmed just off the posts. But it's a 6-point game, courtesy of the try to Len Ikitau. And the Wallabies are back in Bledisloe too, back in business. And it comes for Hooper, secures the ball for Australia. Converted try would do it for the Wallabies. Lonergan goes skyward. Taken by Geordie Barrett. Tackle made on him by Potter. Support there for Roigard. Satiti injected in the 20 jersey. Wallace Satiti. And the All Blacks marching towards halfway again. Jordan, they're going to put some footwork on Potter, who makes the tackle. Roigard for Bauer, George Bauer. In his 24th Test match. Silio Tossi. Scott Robertson ringing the changes as Mackenzie puts up a high ball just outside of the 22. Plenty of time for Jorgensen, who fields it well. Lonergan almost fumbled the ball though. Wilson has it. A good run again from the captain. And McTright coming around the corner. Ikitau hungry for work. Roigard makes the tackle, looks to get over the ball again. The Wallabies have it. It's gone backwards. Valentini pops it up for Lonergan, who can't find a way through.
Use it.
12 to play. New Zealand by 6.
Is he on his knee? Good.
Williams wants his hands on it. The Force captain. The Wallabies end up having to clear the kick downfield. Sent in by Carter for Jordan. Plenty of chasers coming through. His medics on the field as well.
50-50.
50-50 ball. The All Blacks will try and blow through and they win a penalty.
The counter's strong. You must release the ball. He's getting dragged back with the ball.
Yeah.
You must release it, 10.
He was vulnerable. Tane Edmed. The kick chase was really good. Will Jordan goes up.
Time up.
He called it a 50-50 contest, no knock on, but when Tane Edmed regathers it here, look at the work of the counter ruck. First Rico Ioane, he's on his feet. Then Will Jordan, he's on his feet. Added then Ardie Savea into the mix. And Talkiaho, they had no choice. He didn't release it. They were going backwards. That's good counter ruck from the All Blacks.
Yeah, Filippo Dangunu almost dragged his own player backwards as he was trying to protect him on the ground. And like you say, really good option from Will Jordan. Putting it into the air. He's good at chasing and contesting. Edmed did well. He just didn't quite have enough support behind him.
I asked about it, and
game,
said nothing clear. So
imagine that Damien McKenny's going to take a shot at goal.
If he gets an angle, then I'm sure he will, because he'll hear our conversation. But we did clear it live.
Some attention for Harry Potter.
Yeah.
It's been almost 5 years for Australia, a long wait, but now the All Blacks with a chance through Damien McKenzie to take it past a converted try.
No foul play. They've cleared it off, okay? You're going to kick a goal? Okay. We're here, yep.
Yeah, I like this option.
Time on, kick a goal.
Absolutely.
Just take that.
Get out beyond 7.
Exactly, take that 7 converted try situation for Australia out of the equation if you can knock this over.
excellent crowd in tonight. That the attendance, 60,113. To make it a 9-point advantage, Damien McKenzie. He nails it for the All Blacks.
Great composure from McKenzie. Wasn't an easy kick. Struck it perfectly. And that's that margin that the All Blacks were after. Puts so much more pressure on the Wallabies to find an answer to win this test match.
Off we go again. Barrett takes it. Lester Whanganuku gets the legs pumping.
Use it! Go, 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 go!
Vasilio Tosi lays it there for Roigard. Told to use, sends it up off the left foot, very high. Players chasing through, Geordie Barrett one of them. And it's come forward. Matthew Carney playing a knock-on advantage for Australia. So Lonergan will clear away Hooper. Swung away here, the Wallabies. Fluke lays it back again. Here they come once more, 30 metres out from their own line. He will play the knock-on. And really now time is against Australia as they look to try and chase this one and pull it out of the fire.
Yeah, and they're playing really smart, the All Blacks. They're making Australia try to play rugby from this zone. And any error or any mistake that they make, a cough up, that is hurting them big time. It's just been smart tactically in the second half, the All Blacks, and can hardly think of them making an error. They've been very accurate and they've been very assured of where they wanted to play this game.
Yeah, change, and James O'Connor. Has come onto the field, and it looks as though Dongunu is going to go into the forwards. And changes, Ruben Love coming on for Lester Whanganuku, and you've got change at halfback as well. Cam Roy got on for Cortez Vatana. You'd have to say everyone's played their part tonight for the All Blacks. Very interesting. Dungunu's gone to 7 for the Wallabies.
Okay, time on. Let's go.
All out attack.
Yeah, well,
A little bit of space.
some
nice
things
and high.
continue to amaze me, Justin.
Well, he was there when Tom Hooper was yellow carded in the first half.
Crowd! Fine!
And the free kick, the way of the Wallabies. Lonergan gets on with it. There comes for Edmed, looking to link up with James O'Connor. First touch for him. Short ball, Rob Bellatini running strongly. Patrick Tuipulotu and Wallace Satiti there for the All Blacks. Now down the short side, quick hands, Jorgensen from Wilson. Trying to clean through New Zealand again, Bellatini. It's been a physical test match for the All Blacks. Win another penalty.
Yeah, they're trying, Australia, they really are. But the All Blacks defensively, and particularly at the breakdown in this second half, have just been very, very accurate. Yes, they've had to make more tackles, but they've been making the tackles. They haven't been slipping off many at all. Very good defensive effort in this test match, considering the opposition have dictated terms with ball in hand.
It's been one of those perfect second halves where they've played in the right part of the field. Simple in terms of every time the Wallabies have looked to attack, got into the right part of the field. There's the roll from Wilson. That was what the penalty was for. Very technical at the breakdown, but the All Blacks, it's been clinical, we'd have to say, in the second 40 minutes.
Barrett the tackle, tried to at least. Xavier has it for the All Blacks at the back and takes play just short of the 22. Ultimate sends it away. Tuipulotu cutting back the other way.
Let go, you're not lifting.
Wallabies told to release. There it is. Samasoni Tokiaho. Silio Tosi. Nessa tried to take him down there again for the All Blacks. Barrett crashing onto it, and a penalty advantage too. Satiti will look to exploit for the All Blacks. Bow this time, wanting a carry under penalty advantage. Tosi out the back door, the no look. The All Blacks through Ruben Love just tried to grab it and set sail down this right-hand side, but the penalty again. This would take it, you'd have to think, with just over 5 to play, beyond the reach of the Wallabies.
Definitely be chasing bonus point, the All Blacks. Rugby Championship to be decided this weekend. It's so tight.
You can't just put your weight down on it.
The All Blacks have been really good defensively. You talked about it, Justin, also been very strong in their carries. They've made a number of selections. Quincy Files, Stefanga Nuku. Peter Lakai was very good at his step. He was out there direct, carry strongly.
Gao looks to send in Williams. Gets up and wins it for Australia. That's a big pinch at line-out time as the All Blacks look to put the test beyond reach. Ball's been touched and it's in the hands of Will Jordan. He'll try and get around Tualei. Ball thrown backwards for McKenzie. And he bravely runs straight into Robertson there for Carter. Barrett for Jordan. Taken down on the tackle of Jorgensen. The All Blacks again reload through Parker. Ratima for Satiti. Australia getting up and making plenty of tackles. Ratima spies a little gap. Door closed quickly on him.
Use it!
Adi Savia directing the troops. There it is for Barrett. Patrick Tuipulotu picks it up and has a go.
No lift.
Savia again. Tokiaho. Cleaners arriving again for the All Blacks. Excellent build-up as they look to finish off the Wallabies. Ratima Satiti just bobbled the ball.
Forwards into 15, then not that way. Scrum.
Oh, sustained attack from the All Blacks, but it's just come forward.
Out, they tried something, did the Wallabies, a cross kick from Edmed, but the charge down again. This is just typifies the desperation the All Blacks have shown in this second half. It was Satiti that got the charge down, and that built the opportunity for them to get some more pressure on Australia in this zone. Yes, the error there, but they certainly have been playing in the right zone. Will Jordan went down early in the mix of that passage of play, clutching at his knee, and he's just been trying to walk it off, but
Time won't go on yet.
Looks like it's a little bit more niggly than what he thinks it is. Just goes down under the weight of the tackler.
Right, he's very slow to place that ball. I wasn't sure. It was Will Jordan whether or not he'd done some damage. He just folds underneath. Nothing Jorgensen was doing wrong, just trying to get him to ground.
Just taking all the time here, Will Jordan back on his feet. It's down awkwardly in contact with Max Jorgensen. Stay on the field for the time being. Certainly had his share of bad luck with injury, Will Jordan, over the years.
Not quite sure what's happened there. That was supposed to be a knock on to the All Blacks, but they've obviously seen something in the lead up to that. Maybe possibly offside on that far side, Australia.
Leonard Cattell out of the line.
There you go. Cheers.
So the All Blacks through to Tuipulotu. And now Tokiaho plugging in at the back. Xavier. Let's look to keep this one rumbling forward. Parker's got his hands on it. They thought Geordie Barrett swung away. McKenzie wider this time for Ruben Love. Very good tackle made on him by O'Connor.
Early.
It'll come back across Matthew Carley. So they saw something. The All Blacks went for the line, got the line out ball.
Early drive from Australia. They didn't allow Tuipulotu to get to ground.
You can have the line out. You don't have to kick it. You can have the line out if you wish. Line out. Early. Line out. Timing. Early contact on the
Yeah, he
lift
called it
off.
early, Justin.
Man was still in the air.
Tuipulotu, he's
You've
been
got the line out.
a big target since he's come off the bench at line-out time. They've kept it really simple and the conditions gone to the front.
Line out.
He's got up nice and high. He's done it well there. They've just
Straight
gone
up and
early.
down. Thank you. Come up, guys. Come up. Come
There you
play.
can see the Wallabies have been under pressure in the second half. They haven't managed to really spend a critical amount of time in the All Black 22. The All Blacks have had a clinical 38 minutes.
So the All Blacks edging their noses in front in the Rugby Championship. And now look to seal this one against the Wallabies. Dokiaho told to use. That's repeatedly. Ratima eventually does. Now McKenzie, well taken off of the deck by Love. In these conditions too, Ratima once more, Ioane. Geordie Barrett clattering through Fluke, who stays down.
Stop the game, stop the game, stop the game. Okay, thank you. No, that's fine. I appreciate it.
And some real concern here too.
Yeah.
Big contact.
Yeah, it was on Geordie Barrett. He went in with genuine intent, but Geordie Barrett had the same mindset. And he hit Fluke with all he's got. Geordie Barrett, so hopefully they've got to him nice and quickly. Make sure that they look after him, because it was a decent collision there. Got the full weight of Geordie Barrett in that contact.
Scrum black when we restart.
For the final round of the regular season, Tasman, Counties Monaco, and the Bunnings NPC. Counties looking to sneak their way in to playoff contention. Now this one will have a huge bearing on how things finish at the top of the table. Otago today over Auckland, putting their noses in front of Canterbury, who with a bonus point win over Taranaki can secure top spot. The NRL State Championship, the Warriors with the New South Wales Cup victory. Now they take on the Burleigh Bears on Sunday afternoon. Of course, it is a huge Sunday on Sky Sport, the NRLW final. As we take a look, Justin Marshall, there's been plenty of action, still plenty of attention here for Josh Fluke. But two to Quinn Tupaia, who tonight magnificent in the 13 jersey.
Yeah, certainly was. He was a real strong ball carrier, found the line twice, an outstanding performance in that 13 jersey. Australia hasn't spent much time in this zone at all. It goes to show how well the All Blacks have shut them out. Fluke is back to his feet, which is good to see. And it was Ikitau that did get the try for them, but since then the All Blacks have just been real dominant, methodical, real nice touch there from Geordie Barrett, just coming over to Josh Fluke, checking that he's okay.
Yeah, it's nice to see him on his feet and walking off. Not the way he would have liked to have ended this test, but physical collision that he had, and the All Blacks will have one last shot at it. Here's the live ladder, lads.
They've got Leroy Carter and Damien Kenzie quite tight together behind the scrum. They're going to look to create an overlap to the left as we're looking at it, I'm sure of it.
Take it out, take it out, take it out.
Ratima. There it is for Barrett, flying it again. Huge contact, Ioane. There's the hooter, Satiti. Ratima's going to have to go himself just short of the line. Ari Savia for Tuipulotu. Artie again, pops it up, Bauer's through! George Bauer seals it for the All Blacks.
Excellent from the All Blacks. The set piece was nice, impactful. Got well over the advantage line. From then they were on the heels, Australia, and stayed on the heels because the ball carries were big and strong and tough. And then the one that led to the try, George Bauer, he got assistance from two other supporters. There's Tuipulotu having a dig, and check this out, when Bauer gets his hands on the ball, he gets some momentum and some players with him and crashes over. The All Blacks seal a second half performance, clinical, precise, and the test matches well and truly in the bag.
They've won their test matches back-to-back against the Wallabies, and they've had to work hard to do it. And that's the way to finish a test. They faced some pressure early in the first 20 minutes of this game, but they stuck to their guns, and they've come away with a comprehensive win in the end.
First test try for George Bauer, the bonus point for the All Blacks. And McKenzie is away to the right. A record-breaking run for the All Blacks against the Wallabies. They make it 11 straight wins here in Perth, and in doing so, they keep their rugby championship hopes alive in 2025. They win it tonight by 28 points to 14.
Clear winners, the All Blacks on the day, and the scoreboard reflects that. The Wallabies contributed to this test match, no doubt about it. They asked a lot of questions of the All Blacks defensively, but the All Blacks stayed strong, and then very smart tactical application in the second half. Played in the right areas, took their points without an offer. Hardly remember them making a mistake. And against a courageous and tough Wallaby side, that is a very good scoreboard for the All Blacks and a great performance.
It's advantage All Blacks in the Rugby Championship. South Africa will now have to beat Argentina at Twickenham. But the wait goes on for the Wallabies. They were brave tonight, played some brilliant rugby at times, but it's the All Blacks night in Perth by 28 to 14.